don't know if I'm live. Oh, that shit. Sorry about that. All right, let's try this now. I gotta wipe the camera off. Always, I don't know. I'm going through a lot. I'm sorry. Those of you who are here early checking this out, it might be a little blurry as usual. I gotta wipe it down. Hey, check this out. Unfortunately, I'm sitting at the beach. Imagine having to say that. Unfortunately, I'm at the beach. I wish I was working, but they won't allow me to do anything. All right, guys, welcome in. I just moved on over here from Instagram Live. So if you were in my Instagram Live and you came over here to hang out, I appreciate your loyalty. Thank you for holding me down. This phone should be a lot better. On YouTube, on Instagram, they're forcing me to use only an Android right now. I'm working on it. Okay, a day in the life. Good to see you, dear. Thank you so much again. If I haven't told you, we haven't spoken since last time you sent that support. I really appreciate you, dear. I don't get a lot of support, not too much. Out of around the 2,000 or so people that I have in my sphere of influence between my two platforms, there's only a handful of you that really do show some support. So I want to make sure you know that I really appreciate you. All right. Let's see. Salvatore says, great to see you back. Thank you. Suspicious Skies, welcome. I wish I was coming back under good circumstances. I wish I was coming here to show you guys a nice relaxing beach, and I'm getting ready to chill. But I'm not on the beach. As you can see, I'm at the beach, but I'm not on the beach. I still got my shoes on. Okay. I'm sitting in the car. I'm still trying to work. I got the apps on. I've been trying to work for 2 days. So far in the past 2 days, I made $11 off the apps. All I have available, he just did the Freemason thing where he put his little hand into his face and sunglasses, got his blue Freemason shirt on. So he's there. He stood right there for a few minutes doing something in his phone. But they're gonna probably start I came down to this side of the beach, guys, because it was a lot more crowded. If you guys are on my IG live that I just had to end and do this, then you'll understand what I'm saying. That's why I'm down here. At least we got better picture quality because I'm on an iPhone now. But I just got my IG channel back for those of you who don't know. So I want you to subscribe to Gang Stalking by the Numbers on IG. I just got the channel back yesterday. Now they're still fighting me. All right, I still can't log on my iPhone or anything. I got one phone that let me use it. So I'll see you guys over there when you get there. But I just transferred over here just to let you guys know what's going on for the YouTube. I've been sitting out here since about 12 o'clock. It is now 3. I've been trying to work the apps. I got one offer that I couldn't even see. I missed it. I haven't got an offer all day other than that one. I'm at the beach now because there's nothing else for me to do. I applied at jobs all morning, sending my resume around, setting up interviews. I do have an interview tomorrow. I've been here for 2 weeks, and it's been extremely hard to make any money. The jobs are coming in slow. Like I said, I got an interview tomorrow. I'm working on stuff, but I'm using the apps to try to make money to depend on that. All my bills are behind. I can't pay any bills. I'm even worse off than I was last week financially, but I'm gonna still keep pushing forward. Hopefully a miracle will happen tomorrow. I got a big payment I got to make tomorrow. So I just laid all that out there. So I'm not going to continue to sit here and harp on that the whole time. Let's just try to enjoy it live. I'm going to jump out and show you guys the beach. I'll read the comments in a second. I just want to give you guys an understanding what's going on. I'm losing all my juice in my car. I'm not even working. I'm just using air conditioning, trying to stay cool in Florida. And I'm burning up all my juice, all the juice in my car. Y'all call it gas, but I don't have gas. It's electricity. I just call it gas so you guys can get the point. I'm using up all my gas that I should be using to work, but I'm just using it to sit here in the car to try to stay cool so I don't melt. All right, let me just get out. I'll walk back down to the beach again now since I'm on a new platform. I was just here on IG, had to cross over. I'm gonna walk you guys down to the water. Unfortunately, I can't have a beach day today, enjoy the beach, but at least I could do is walk in, show you guys. I got my shoes on, so I'm not even like enjoying the beach or anything. I'm just gonna go out here and walk down here and just give you guys a good look since it's a fresh group of people here, and then I'll get back to the car. How you doing? Okay, so I tried to show you guys what I just saw. Now, If you guys are on, if you guys are just on my IG live, right? I was down here at the beach just now. Hold on a second. This said that YouTube is asking me some kind of question. Okay. I can't even see it because I'm out here in the sun and I got sunglasses on, so I can't read the comments just yet. I'm gonna walk down to the water, guys, and then I'm gonna walk back up. I just want to give you guys a nice little view while we sit here and talk about this terrible gang stalk and stuff. We don't want it to all be negative until we have a damn stroke. But I want to show you something real quick, okay? This side right here, these are all the hotels and everything down this way. All right. Usually, this time of day, this is a good time to be here during a week. But anyway, the guy that I just really wanted you guys to see sitting right there. Now, when I was walking up here from the beach, he was right there at the little shower, and I just said he's probably some kind of Mason, you know, standing there waiting for me to walk down and whatever. So then, as I walked back out just now, I looked at his bag, and he had the bag right there, very obvious for me to look at. And I saw the word lodge, and then right before it said Kabbalah Lodge. So likely he's a Mason. I think it said Kabbalah, something like that. I know what Kabbalah, the religion is or whatever, but that's all the same kind of stuff. You know, it might be a Jewish man, and he may be a Mason. Just like I said, old man Mason sitting there monitoring me. You wouldn't even think twice about that kind of guy. If you're not a TI and you see people like that just kind of hanging around you, you would just think he's just an old man at the beach, retired, you know, looking lonely, minding his business. But he's really there doing monitoring, doing Masonic stuff. Like I said, his bag says something about a lodge he's with. So then you got the blue shirt, the blue lodge Mason, old man walking in front of me. You get a lot of that here in Florida because you got a lot of old retired people. They're Masons from Michigan, Masons from Massachusetts, LA, California, Washington, Oregon, all over the world. And they come here to retire and vacation as old people. And they don't have anything else to do but gang stalk. You understand? They got nothing else to do but gang stalk. They got plenty of time. A lot of times they got plenty of money, resources, and they're well connected. A lot of times they might be ex-law enforcement, you know what I'm saying, detectives, government, all kinds of shit. And they're just old, they're ornery, confused as well, demented, and they got time on their hands. So you're a target individual and you get caught in their crosshairs, not because of your own fault. You've been thrown in a program. They got a lot of those kind of dudes around to just fuck with you. And I said they got money and time. All right. So I came down to this side of the beach. It's a little less crowded. If I would have stayed down there where I wanted to be before, it would have been too much gaslighting. I'm having a horrible time. They're not letting me make any money whatsoever. The past 2 days, all my bills are behind. So I'm not gonna keep harping on that. So I'm just giving you guys an idea. So if I don't come out here, if I come out here and I'm around too many of them, the gaslighting is gonna be crazy. Similar to like right now, as I'm walking out the beach. Of course, they gotta show the chick with the bikini. They gotta come walking out the water right as I walk down, you know. So I came down here because usually when I come to the beach and I come alone, they love to like have a bunch of couples that's all loved up, you know, like right now you see the black dude. But anyway, I ain't gonna get into all that the perp gaslighting. But like I said, man, the reason why this is one of the reasons I come to Florida, right? So if I'm gonna be gang stalked and I'm gonna be dealing with all of this, at least have some beauty around, right? Natural beauty, ocean. You know, you got beautiful women. I can't indulge in all of that right now. I gotta focus, but if I'm gonna be getting gang stalked, why not like this, right? Let me turn my Bluetooth on. Maybe you can hear me better. I don't know if the wind is killing it, so. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hit the like button. I can't really see the screen that well, but I can see double digit people in here, and it looks like only 3 likes. Look at that kitty. Too bad that I'm going through a horrible gang stalking situation right now. I ain't got time to enjoy this beauty. I'm down here with my sneakers on. You know what I mean? But I just want to come down and show you guys the ocean a little bit before I go back to the car. I ain't gonna sit out here too long. It's hot. It's only fun when you get to lay out here and enjoy it and get in the water. They're not giving me any business. I'm so close. I'm so close to just saying screw it and putting some shorts on. I got my beach chair and my stuff in the car and just give up and just go sit out here. I would have to go find me a smoke shop first and get me a little cannabis stick or something. I'm making no money. All my bills due, all past due. I got a major bill due tomorrow. Can't pay it. Hoping for a miracle. So But I get to take a deep breath out here at the beach, and I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna try to figure something out. But I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Let's walk down a little bit longer. Then I'm gonna walk to the car. Y'all hit that like button for me. Let me see how many likes we got on here. I want to let people know that we're live, so we can probably get a good discussion going when I get back to the car. I'm still on call. I'm still on the clock trying to get deliveries. They won't give me anything at all. All they show me is Benzes and Maybachs and Range Rovers and BMWs and Mercedes, and all they show me is wealth and riches. But then when I turn on the app, I get $11 yesterday total from 3:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. at night in a major metropolitan city. Okay, $11. That's what they got for me. But the day before that, I did decent, right? Not a lot of money, but I made 100 the day before that. So I don't want you guys to think I'm just a moron. And I just come out here every single day and have the same problem every day. It's usually not every day. Lately, it's been every other day. But right now, it's looking like they're trying to do every day. So they know I got this bill due, so they're trying to like squeeze me out. They literally want me to get out here and give up, like a lot of people I see out here, lay on the curb of all my belongings, and just it's so hot out here. I walked back down here. This is my second time. I did it when I was on IG Live to show my IG people. I did it again for you guys because it's so hot. I mean, I want you guys to see the beauty. But I am hot. I ain't got no ice or waters in my car. So I'm gonna walk back to the car and get back in that air for a little while and read some comments. Let's just chat for a little bit, guys. I got nothing else I can do right now. I applied to probably about 10 jobs this morning before I even started doing the apps. I got an interview tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well. But I'm doing everything that I can do other than pray and just stay out here and be available. But they're pushing people into situations, man. That's a good shaded spot to sit right there. Imagine that, right? You get some good shade right there. Like, whew, I might have to go sit over there and find me a spot like that because I'm burning up off my juice in my car. I'm not making no money. And all I'm doing is using all my money to cool the car off, but I'm not making money. This shit is brutal, boy. America is brutal and nasty right now. How are y'all faring out there? I can't imagine anybody doing as bad as me. If you got a roof over your head and you talking about you being gang stalked, you might as well just throw that shit away. Throw gang stalking away and just focus on building up from where you are. You got a roof over your head and you're being allowed to make money. You shouldn't even complain at this point because it's really bad for the real ones out here who they really, really, really got it out for. If you got a roof over your head and you got some kind of income coming in, you should just say, you know what, let me count my blessings and let me just support those ones that's out here on the front lines who don't have that privilege. If you got family, you still got a loving family at all, people that care about you and shit, and you saying you're being gang stalked, you got you a girlfriend or a husband in the house and you've got a team and you're fighting together, just forget about this shit, man. You know what I mean? Just forget about this. If you ain't dealing with the shit I'm dealing with, I mean, you should really count yourself as blessed. This is nasty work out here. And then it's so beautiful, but it's so hot. So it makes it even worse because it's so hot. And when you're stressed out and you're going through this, it just exasperates the pain because I'm sweating profusely. The sun and shit doesn't feel good when you're going through this kind of stress from gang stalking. I lived out here I moved out here in 2012 is when I first moved out here. And it used to be fun. Okay, it's a little hot. I'm a little stressed out, but hey, you got regular life stress, right? It wasn't gang stalking back then that I knew of. So just regular stress. Okay, it's a little hot, but it's still beautiful. But it's different when you're stressed out because of you're in a gang stalking program and your government is funding your demise. And as you're going through the pain and you're being attacked like this, the heat and shit and the beauty is not as fun. That's why all these people are pissed off and stressed out and all the things that they are because it's just worse when it's hot. Now, if your life is going okay or you're not being gang stalked, the heat is fine. You're going to the beach like this, it's so hot, good, it's great, it's hot. But when you're going through what I'm going through right now, and me just getting out here, it seems like they're trying to make a point to make sure they give me the real hard go at it. They want me to really, really suffer for leaving Atlanta, which is landlocked, leaving landlocked Atlanta and coming down here again, I was just 10, 15 minutes away from the ocean. I was on IG Live, and I saw I wasn't getting any business, so I said, well, let me just go down to the beach then. They're not letting me do nothing else. 15 minutes away. They don't like that kind of shit in the program either. Even though I'm suffering, I'm not making no money, I'm broke, I'm fucked up. They still will be pissed off that at least I can come to the beach. Like right now, I could just get in my trunk, grab my beach chair and my umbrella. Broke as I want to be, can't pay none of my bills, right? Just like most of the people here probably, and just go sit out here and hope for the best. You know what I mean? But I'm not cut like that. I can't do it. You know, maybe 10 years ago when I was younger, 10, 15 years ago, but at my age, you can't play those games. All right, guys, I'm gonna get in here and get some air real quick, and I'll read some comments. I hate turning my air on. I'm not making no money. I can't believe this is happening in my life, guys. Y'all, you've been following my story. I was doing pretty well this year. I was doing pretty damn good. A pocket full of money, driving a car that I want to drive, staying in many nice hotels, working, doing my thing. Ups and downs, of course, but I was doing pretty good this year. They went through a whole process of breaking me down and taking everything, guys. All my credit cards are now passed. I missed a credit card payment on all my credit cards. I was gonna drag my credit down that I was just building up. Bank accounts are all messed up. Bill collectors calling me. I can't make any money. I applied to a million jobs. I finally got one interview tomorrow. So, and I made $11 on the app yesterday, working for about 8 hours. So, just to give you guys a recap. All right, let me get into these comments. Let me put my phones down and make sure my other phones are logged in. See here it goes right here. Let me show you guys. It says anyway. That's not important. Let me get into these comments. I look like I got bounced off the internet again. Oh boy. Wait a minute, guys. Now I might have to make sure my phone is on the internet. Okay, at least one of them is on the internet, so I'm good. See that? All right, let me read some comments and sit back in this air for a second and burn up all my money with air conditioning. Oh man, this is not fun, TIs. I hate people that act like TIs and that not really TIs, man. This stuff is not fun. This is not cute. This is not some shit that you can just ignore and just go about mind your business and put your head down and go to work. No, you don't get to do that. Not if you're on this level. Not if you're a real man and you're still trying, you're not soft and sweet and all that. Then it's a little worse. If you're a little soft, a little sweet, they might be a little easier on you. But if you're not soft and sweet and artistic and all that, you're not allowed to just ignore it. They want you up out of here. No black alpha men are allowed. All right. Let me see what we got going on. I see we got a lot of comments here, so I'm gonna start from the very beginning. Hope you're still in here. If I missed your comment and you left, I apologize. Catch it on the playback. Whoo, it's hot. I'm cooling off real quick though. Okay, so I already spoke to my girl, A Day in her Life. Once again, like I said, I appreciate that support you sent me last week. I appreciate it more than you can imagine. And when I get back up, I won't forget about you. Trust me. Salvatore, I spoke to you. You said, great to see you back. Thanks a lot. I got suspicious skies in. I like you because you can really see the targeting that I'm going through. And I had a live going a few weeks back, and you were catching everything that was going on in a live video, which is proof to me. I'm not crazy. You guys see what I'm seeing. It's like nobody can say that I'm just delusional and I'm making this shit up. You guys can see it for yourselves in the video. Right now, I'm down here isolated at the end of the beach parking lot, so it's not as much going on right now, but they'll be here. They've been sending a few Masons down here so far. Let me see. Michelle Alvarado says, I found you. Okay. Lipstick Latina. I appreciate you. You're a real one. You made it over here to the YouTube. This should be a lot better. The IG live is it's a little glitchy a little bit. It kept on knocking me off, and plus it doesn't alert people that I'm live. So it was only a few of us in there. Also, yeah, it's good. I'm glad you made it over here. Good to see you. Lock in this channel and check out my videos, check out some lives, check out some shorts, some posts. It's a wealth of information in here. I don't know everything, but I do try to connect some dots. I try to share my story. I try to speak about it intelligently as best that I can. And I also share other people's stories out there that you might be able to relate and connect to. So This channel right here could be a really good source. Oh, and the most important part is I'm not a perp. I don't gang stalk you. No one's ever. I don't work for some agency. I'm not law enforcement. I'm not somebody here that's trying to confuse you or throw you off the sin or try to evangelize to you or try to get you into my religion or just want your attention. I'm not clout chasing, none of that shit. I'm a regular person who was living his life. I was a family man with a wife and a stepson, lived out, for 10 years, and all of a sudden the gang stalking program took over completely by the year 2020. I had to leave everything behind. That was the last time that I went through what I'm going through right now. I had to leave everything behind. All my credit cards ended up getting wiped out. All my money, all wealth, everything I had built up back in 2020, I lost it all. I had to come out here to the streets being gang stalked. And now I finally spent the past 3 years building everything back up. And here we go again with another takedown. They took my van on Christmas. I had two cars on Christmas. I had a van. They took my van on Christmas. All right, still had my Mustang rolling. They found a way to get me out the Mustang with a fake recall, some kind of lie BS stuff, and they had to put me in this vehicle for a little while. Um, so I'm still waiting on that, but I deal with this for now. I left the state anyway. So this is the takedown that you guys are experiencing with me is another takedown situation where I started building up too much. 5 brand new credit cards in my pocket, literally 5 credit cards. I was forced to get some credit cards. I'm not gonna say why. Bank accounts all messed up. Everything needs to be paid. Everything's messed up. This is a complete takedown. And I'm trying to find a job, putting my resume in everywhere. I'm having a difficult time. So I'm just showing you guys the takedown. Now, I will tell you, well, I'm not going to say that. All right, let me get some more comments going. A day in the life of a targeted Aries. I'm going to have to get an Instagram so I can subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to that channel. I just got back into my Instagram uh, last night. It took me a month and a half. I've been fighting to get back in. I finally found a way to get in, but I'm stuck on my Android, a little old. Just matter of fact, this little old cheap Android right here is the only one that I can get on with right now. Matter of fact, it's not even on the internet right now. But anyway, this little old Android right here is the only one that I can get on my IG with. My iPhone, my other Android, I can't get on right now. They're blocking me out. They're doing a masterful job. I spent 2.5 hours trying to get in on a different phone yesterday. It didn't work. At the same time, I was sitting out here in the heat not getting any business at all. Made $11 yesterday. Can you imagine something like that? Grown ass man, $11 in the United States of America. These apps are being allowed to do this stuff to people, but that's because I'm in the wrong state. Like I'm in Georgia, right? I mean, I'm in Florida now. If I'm in, I think like California or some of these other states out there that are a little more liberal, a little more humane, they have like minimums and shit. You can't do this. Just have somebody on the app for all day and make no money like this. You're not allowed to do that. But places like this, it's all about the master. Screw the slave. It's all about the master and whatever makes the masters happy, right? We're all peasants and slaves. And if we dare, if we show anything, if we do anything wrong, if we show any kind of emotion being repressed and suppressed like this, they got a prison cell waiting for you. And people that look like me, this color in this state, they are packed up in the jails. You walk the streets, you don't even see many people like me walking around out here. These guys are in the jail cells, guys. If I was to ride down by the jail, by the window, them dudes would be yelling out the windows out here. I'm telling you, they repress and suppress the hell out of you, and it's gotten much worse than it used to be. And they let you do anything to try to like cut a corner to get your money up or whatever, or show any aggression or anger. They got a cop ready to smoke you or throw you into prison. Matter of fact, last night they did the same thing they used to do to me back in the day out here. They put me through so much shit yesterday, trying to get into my IG channel. They kept on blocking my 2-factor authentications, where you can put your phone number and email in, they send you a code. They literally keep blocking it. Every time I put my password in, it keeps saying wrong. All right, my Bluetooth just died, but I think you guys, if you can hear me, hit 27. So I can't get into my IG. And anyway, I couldn't get in on my other phones. I'm sitting around all day, made no money. So when I finally got one, a delivery, like 5 hours later, they send me right past the mental health institution again, like where people the psych ward. So they do all this shit to you, which they're not gonna break me. I'm not even stressed out. Well, I am stressed out because of this normal life. Here they come, baby. Red car pulling up. All right, we got 6-4 on the clock. 6-4. 6'4". 6 times 4 is 24. 24 hours surveillance. Red car pulls up. Bald-headed Latino dude. Hops out his car. Not going to pay a toll. He's not going to pay shit. He's just going to jump out his car and go walk down here. He probably was on the other side of the beach. He has his stuff off already. He probably was alerted to come down here and harass me in a passive way with his red car and showing up at that particular time. No other cars down here at the end of the beach. But anyway, they sent me by the psych ward. They sent me on a delivery that took me past the psych ward. I'm here in Florida. A few jobs have been calling me back in Georgia, you know, to come back and, you know. Anyway, let me get into the comments, guys. Hit the like button for me if you can. I much appreciate you guys. Suspicious guys says, did you see Insta put on everyone's locations automatically the other day? No, I didn't see that, but they've been, that metaverse and you know, what's his name, Mark Zuckerberg and metaverse, they've been doing some real funny things lately. They had deleted 5 of my Instagram pages. I have multiple Instagram pages that I use for different reasons, a lot of research, or I send files and different things back and forth to my multiple phones through the messaging. They deleted all of my Instagram pages. Like I still have one left that I just had to regain, open it back up, because I got multiple phones, multiple pages and channels and shit like that. So anyway, they deleted all of my IG pages and made up a reason for it. So I got to sit here and piece them all together and get the emails together and the phone numbers and do appeals and all that shit, because what they try to say was a complete lie. But I got to, you know, and this was like a month or 2 ago. I haven't even had time. I literally just got back into my IG channel. I mean, my Gang Stalking by the Numbers channel. That was my #1 priority. So I got back into that. And now I got one personal page that I had since 2012 when I was still married. I had a lot of stuff on that channel. They took that down, made up a lie, and took that from me. So they've been doing a lot of weird stuff on IG. But that's what brought me back over to YouTube in the first place, because they locked me out of my IG last month. So I came back to YouTube. I wasn't planning on coming back to YouTube until after the summer. But now with this new administration, it seems like there's some real censorship. They're paying real close attention to silencing voices and shutting people up. And we're going into more of an authoritarian dictatorship kind of a government, more fascist, more fascism. You're not allowed to have your own thoughts anymore. If I'm on my personal cell phone and they don't like a YouTube video that I'm watching, or they don't like a porn video that I might have watched or whatever, they'll harass me. They'll bring cars around, make noise the whole time. If they don't like anything I'm doing on my personal phone, and nothing illegal, just if they don't agree with the politics of the video that I'm watching, or they don't agree with the porn video that I might watch, they'll make it known that they're watching and monitoring my shit in real time, and they can react to what they like or don't like in real time. That's the kind of society that we're living in right now. So imagine trying to get on these apps like I'm doing right now. I've been sitting out here since 12 o'clock, haven't made a dime. So imagine trying to get on these apps, depending on apps, to make some money in between jobs. Well, I'm trying to get a job right now out here. So if they got that kind of level of control, so imagine what they can do when you're trying to use an app with your name to make money. It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? All my bills are past due. This hasn't happened to me in years. All my bills past due. All my credit cards are overdue. It's a complete takedown. So you guys are getting to witness it. Business owners, 20 deliveries a day. Business owners, 20 deliveries a day. Hello, welcome. 20. Sorry about that, guys. I probably did that on purpose. I'm sure it cut down a lot of the people that were in here. I'm back again. They cut my live. They said it was overheating. They always do that. So I'm sorry if you. I'm back. I'm back. All right. Damn. All right. Look, I'm gonna go back and read these comments. I see it's a lot of comments here. I'm about to read them now, but if I'm back up again, if you guys can see me and hear me, hit 27, and then I'll go back up and read the comments that I missed. They cut my live, guys. I'm sorry. But if I'm back up again, I see the numbers going back up. So if you guys can hear me again, hit 27, and I'll start reading the comments right now. I see they're cutting my lives and all that, so I don't want to this at the end and I don't get your comment in. All right, look at this lesbian couple right here. Okay, I see the 27s. I see you, Ricardo. Appreciate you. Gang Stalking Reality. All right, Ricardo, I see you guys. I see a lot of regulars in here. What's everybody doing today? Wow. I see, is today a holiday or something? I mean, it's a lot of traffic on the streets. I see a lot of people in here. You guys are around today. All right, let me go. I'm going to go back up now, guys. You guys are starting to come back in here now, so I'm going to read the comments. They cut the live. You know how they do me. They said it was overheating. All right, so I'm gonna go back down and read. I'm gonna read what I missed. I see you guys are really dropping some comments here. Enough of my complaining, right? Let me interact with you guys a little bit. I'm in a situation, nothing I can do about it. So what I'm gonna do? Say I'm crying about it. Let me read some comments. I see you guys. Somebody was in here taking care of some business with the I see you guys in here with these wrenches taking care of business. I see. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got going on. I'm gonna have okay, all right. Okay, let me see. I caught all of that. Okay, so truck says hi. Okay, beautiful scenery. Yeah, a day in the life. I'm gonna get back out here and show you some of the scenery in a minute. Let me let the phone charge up a little bit, and I'm trying to cool off a little bit, but it's looking like I'm not even gonna be able to do any work again today. I might just have to have a beach day. I didn't want a beach day at all. I don't want a beach day really. I want to go work. I need to make money. You can't. It's not. This beach and shit is not fun if you don't have money to afford to be out here. You know what I mean? It's not fun. I don't understand beach bums. You know, it's not fun as being on the beach, being a bum while life passes by. But that's what they want for us. They're trying to push us to. All right, you guys understand. Let me read the comments. Business owner says, apply for call center jobs. The best job for target individuals. Stacking money. You said that before, and I did that. I've been applying at jobs. I've been applying to so many jobs. Like, I used to hear TIs talk about this over the past couple years. I was sitting in the same job for the past 2 years. I didn't even need to fill anything out. I just walked in and spoke to them and got the job that I was at. And I was there for 2 years. So, and I had Uber. I had Uber Eats, Lyft, DoorDash, all this stuff to work on top of that. So I wasn't worrying about job applications, right? I just had to keep a clean record and pass all my background checks every year. So now that I'm out here transitioning my life to Florida, I'm dependent on the apps, and they're making sure I make no money on the apps. Here comes a gang stalking synchronization. Well, not mimicry. You know, there's a lost looking black dude out on the beach looking homeless. You know, down and now he looks like a Haitian immigrant. He's really in trouble if he gets caught out here, because of the immigration stuff these days. But so he better be careful. But yeah, let me continue. But yeah, I've been putting in a lot of applications. I put call centers in. I put in to be an exterminator, to be a security guard, call center, sales jobs. I'm about to open an OnlyFans up or something. I think I might just get on OnlyFans. Now I see, while all of these women are out here busting it wide open. They got thongs poured up in their butt. They're shaking it all over Instagram and Twitter and all over the internet, OnlyFans, and they just got to go ahead and just get butt naked and do something strange for some change. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking I might just wiggle my hips for some tips. Maybe I need to take my shirt off, you know what I mean, and start putting myself in the camera with my shirt off and showing off my flesh. Then maybe I'll get something. You know, I gotta start to try to appeal to people's lower chakras. Then maybe I'll start getting something. Or maybe I need to be a pretender Christian and start acting like I'm, but that's not really me. You know what I mean? I'm too old. I'm 40. I can't just try to be something that I'm not, The world is changing. Okay, truck shit. Okay, Destino. Hey man, good to see you over here. If you're still in here, hit 27 if you hear me talking to you. But I see you over here. Thanks for hanging out with me on IG. You're one of the few people that get the notifications on IG, and we get to chop it up. You were with me yesterday when I was going through all that bullshit, not working and just sitting out there in the dark. So here we go again. The same thing is going on. I got out here even earlier today. I got out 3 hours earlier, and it's even worse. I just went through the whole lunch shift, didn't make a dime, not one dime. Just like last night, went through the whole dinner shift, didn't make a dime. So you clearly can see what they're doing. It's impossible. And you see where I'm at, guys. I'm not like out in a rural suburb somewhere. You guys know where I'm at, right? I mean, come on. How much more busy of an area can I be in? Okay, let me see. Damn, a day in the life, you are handling business on that wrench. I don't know what these people did or said, but whatever they did, you're on it. I appreciate you, dear. Thank you so much. Cicero Stratus. I always get that name wrong. Cicero Stratus. I'm here, so your stream is about to crash. Okay, that's probably what happened too. It did crash. I don't know when you put that in, but it did crash. Now I gotta look at you with the side eye. Let me see. Yeah, the names you guys have is so hard for me to pronounce sometimes. So work with me. I'm not the sharpest tool in the toolbox, right? I'm out here. I'm a stupid target individual. I'm not out here gang stalking and perping and doing evil. So I must be dumb because I'm the one suffering. So maybe I'm doing the wrong thing being a good guy. Anyway, Shiva TD 420. What a name. I need to go get me some 420 right now. Some legal 420. I need to go to the store. As if I got money though, right? Anyway, Dominique says, sneaking up on gang stalkers with your sneakers. Yeah, man, you know it. I'm on the beach with my sneakers on. So you see, I'm in work mode. I should have my boots on. You know what I mean? I'm in work mode. I can't get out here and enjoy it. All right, here can the perp, guys. He came down, dropped his red car off. He showed up at a gang stalking time on the clock, and now he's coming back. Yeah, he knows the camera's on him. Don't try to stall. Come on, walk on over here. Walk of shame, perp. But maybe he's going through what I'm going through, trying to survive. But I don't respect people that gotta, you gotta stomp on other people and do that to get you a couple dollars to survive. I'm not trying to deliver shit and do services. I'm not trying to gang stalk and hurt my fellow citizens, my fellow Americans, so I can get a little piece of change to save my own ass. I'm probably gonna end up perishing out here in this program for trying to be a stand-up guy. So I'll do that. I'll be the one I'll be the sacrifice. I'll be the one to keep it real and be the real deal and not be a lying ass phony perp. I'll be the one. I'll be that one. But hopefully I'll get the support for that, because I'll be the one that's not gonna perp you. I'll be that safe place that you can come to and fellowship and speak and be comfortable and know that you're not dealing with a sneaky, slimy, lying perp that's playing both sides of the fence. I'm out here struggling like hell. Everything's been taken away from me, and I still haven't cursed God. What Job do? I still haven't become a gang stalker at the end of the day. So if I gotta suffer, but if it gets too bad where I'm eating out of a trash can and if I'm under a bridge, then I'm barefoot walking the streets eating out of a trash can, you guys gotta understand I'm not gonna be able to do this anymore. I won't be able to afford to pay for my phone bill, so I won't have a phone anyway. But I definitely wouldn't be on live letting the gang stalkers get to see me in that condition. So if it gets too much lower than where I am right now, I'm gonna disappear until if I make it back. You guys will see me again. But I won't give the gang stalkers, these online gang stalkers, at least the satisfaction of seeing me walk the streets barefoot, talking to myself, eating out of a trash can. But I'm getting close to that point. They're doing everything they can out here. So I'm gonna keep fighting though, guys. I'm fighting for y'all. Let me see. Okay, you talking to Ciro. Ciro, if you're trying to troll, you'll get blocked. Okay, you're on it. I ain't gotta worry about it. My girl is on it. Requested Truth says, I used to be gang stalked also, not so much anymore. Hey, when people say that, I wonder if they were actually ever being gang stalked. You gotta question if you were being gang stalked in the first place, because this is not something that they let up on you. Once they get their hooks into you, unless they defeated you, were you broken by the program, Requested Truth? Were they able to break you down and get you on medication or get you a mental health, get yourself a mental health diagnosis? Are you on meds? Did they get you to live back with your mom and your family? I mean, how did they break you and decide to let up on you because you weren't really still striving for independence and survival? Because usually when you still strive and you still try to be independent and you still try to stand up and be a good person, you're not perping, you're not joining up with some organization, and if you try to do that and just be a good down to earth, real deal, honest person, they're gonna continue to destroy you, and you're not broken yet. They're gonna keep trying. But if they break you, and all you want to do is just get you a paycheck, and you just want to get you a paycheck and keep your head down and just want to be left and be quiet, they'll leave you alone. But if you still want to find happiness out of your life and enjoyment, and you're trying to build, and you want to be independent, you still want to be happy, you don't want to be on medication, you don't want to be forced to live in your mom's basement, writing your name on the orange juice and shit, they're gonna attack the hell out of you. So it just depends. How did you get out, or how did they lighten up on you? Let me see. Kat says hi. Welcome in, Kat. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Where are you, please? Hello from England. I'm in the United States. I'm in the state of Florida, sitting outside of the beach, being stressed out to hell. They're trying to force me into a stroke, a heart attack, a mental breakdown. I crashed out the other day, guys. I'll tell you about it in a second. I'm gonna get down to the comments, and I'll tell you about the freak out, crash out scene that I had the other day at the mall while trying to do deliveries, and they were playing games with me. I'm not proud of it, but I'll tell you about it. Let me get to the end of this comments. I'll tell you what happened. Actually, one was a mistake. I'll tell you about one, and I think they try to punish me because of it, because I think they don't think it was a mistake, but it was. I didn't mean to do that to the guy, but he really shouldn't have been right there in the way. He trying to gang stalk me. See, it gets dangerous. But I'll tell you about that one, and I'll tell you about the crash out. But I'm gonna tell you about the guy that almost got, he might have, I don't know if he had spinal damage or got his spine snapped, but you got to be very careful out here around TIs, is rushing around, trying to work, and he's being harassed and stressed out. I'm gonna tell you what happened to this guy the other day. It was a mistake, but I don't know if the gang stalking program believes it or not. But anyway, let me read some more. They probably punished me a little bit too because of that guy that probably got hurt, but he should, man, I'll tell you what happened in a second. I'm a big dude, so you just gotta be, I'm a big guy. If you want to gang stalk, just stay back a little bit. I'm 6'2", 230 pounds, black male, strong, muscular, athletic. I'm not, I'm naturally, no steroids. I don't even really be hitting the weights like that. It's a natural thing. So, and when you put yourself in that kind of position, and accidents could happen. But I'll tell you about it in a second. Let's see. Did you run out on their budget? Did you run out their budget? Whose budget? Oh, oh, are you talking about the person who said they're not getting gang stalked anymore? Oh, speaking about that, running out of their. If you're talking to the person who said they're not getting gang stalked anymore, and you're talking about did they run out the budget? If you're talking to them, hit 27. But if you were talking to me, I explain a little more. But that's funny if you were talking to them. Okay, C-Roll Stratus says, a day. I've been supporting by the number since 2022. That was called a joke. Okay. Yeah, he's cool. As far as I can tell, a day in a life. I didn't see what the joke was. I missed it, but I'm sure y'all can work it out. Y'all work that out. I appreciate both of y'all for being up in here, and I see you guys all the time. So thanks for supporting, especially since 2022. So you've been around for the struggles and the ups and downs. Yeah, right now I'm going on the down. I'm not down yet, but it's going down. Remember I showed you that diagram that time, guys, on the Mustang on the screen, where I showed you how if you're going down, that momentum got to pull you back up. Right now I'm going down. Now is the down time. I'm not down yet. It still looks like it's okay, but I'm going down. Let's see. I believe that when they lose assets consistently, they start backing off. Yeah, to kind of piggyback on what you were just saying there, Requested Truth, they are, the budget is being cut. I got something that I'm going to share. I got a report, an article about Trump, about the administration. They just ended one of these programs. They told them to stop running these programs in these neighborhoods, on these Indian reservations and everywhere throughout the United States. They're not going to run it anymore. I'm going to post it up on I might put it on it's going to be on my IG because it doesn't really translate. When I do videos like that on my shorts, where I show like images of screenshots and shit like that, it doesn't really work as well on shorts. So I might put it on IG, and I might put it on my YouTube post community section. So you can see that they've start cutting out some of the programs. I'll show it to you guys. Let's see. Okay, okay, that's what she said. Okay, just making sure because I already had the block control. She's on the job. She's on the job, C-Roll. That's my girl, man. She don't mean no harm. She doesn't play around with the. I get a lot of perps and bots in here, so when my mods see that, they zap it out. You know, I got the best. So yeah, appreciate y'all for sure. Okay, so M says we have a serious cost of living crisis here in the United Kingdom, and many are struggling, bro. Yeah, it's all over, man. It's a global thing. It seems like the Western world is really struggling right now. I guess the world economy is struggling. A lot of these countries are starting to close their borders off a little bit, making it a little less comfortable for people to visit. All right, I'm gonna turn this air off. I'm losing all my juice. Look at this, guys. Not making no money. This is filled up just yesterday, and I did like 1 to 2 deliveries. It was filled up. All of the energy is going to just sit in the car, try not to melt out in the heat. So I'm gonna walk back out to the beach, and I'm gonna walk back down to the beach. Let me see how much juice I got. Okay, I'm only on 10% on this phone, so I gotta wait a minute because I got the slow charger in. The other one's not working right. This is a lesbian couple keep walking past me. She gotta come all the way down here to keep walking past me. Her right here, and that's her lesbian lover. The lesbian lover climbed over the wall, didn't even walk down here, but she had to come walk down here in my face because she's gang stalking, and we got this on the clock. That's why. We got 27 backwards on the clock, so she had to come walk past me. She had to leave her lesbian lover, and she had to come walk past me with 27 on the clock. All right, that's probably why she's able to come to the beach today. They probably gave her a bag of weed and something like that, some mid. All right, I put the windows down. Yeah, she's smoking weed. I can smell it when I put the window down. Shit, if I knew that, I probably would have asked her if I could hit that. Nah, I got to take drug tests and all that coming up soon. So I'm not going to be smoking any weed. I got all these jobs I'm applying for. So no illegal weed for me. Let's see. We have okay, yeah, but the cost of living is really bad out here as well. So many homeless people out here. But here in Florida, they've made homelessness illegal. So imagine that. They're cutting all the social benefit programs. They're gang stalking the shit out of people. I hope that music right there might get blah, 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 blah. That music right there will give me a copyright. I had a video the other day, last week or 2 weeks ago when they took me down by a Freemason lodge, and right around that time there was a little music playing. It's Beyonce and the Ed Sheridan song, and I got a copyright. So now I got to go in and edit that video and remove that part where the Freemason lodge was at. I got to remove that part so the copyright complaint will be gone, because I got to get ready to do monetization on this page again, and I can't have any copyright or anything on there at all. There's another blue shirt lodge member. When you see these guys like that, these middle-aged, old, kind of like white guys like that, and they're always in the blue shirts around me when I'm in Florida, I think those are the Blue Lodge Masons. I did a video on my IG. It used to be on Instagram. It used to be on YouTube, but it's on IG, where I show all these Blue Lodge members follow me around all over Florida. And then one of them just walked past. That's probably like the third one that I've seen since I've been here. They always are here. And this area that I'm in, obviously, is a Freemason stronghold, because they always come over here when I'm at this beach and just come around me. And they always at the gym. They still meet me at the gym. So every gym I go to out here, they got the Blue Lodge, the blue shirt people meet me at the gym every time. So the Blue Lodge members really do the gang stalking real heavy out here in Florida. All right, that's why they're wearing the blue shirts. In my opinion, I'm pretty sure that's the Blue Lodge members. Okay, I don't think they're wearing that because they're back in the blue. Could be, but I doubt it. Let's see what Question Truth says. I have a simple rule: always tell the truth and never compromise anyone's privacy. Then I flip the rule onto domestic espionage agents and signature reduction force employees. Yeah, you know your stuff. You know your stuff. You're talking about signature reduction and domestic espionage agents. You know what's going on out here. And you know that it's not about angels and demons. If you're talking like that, you know what's up. Can you imagine how many signature reduction agents are inside this live right now? You know what I mean? Can you imagine? I'll be honest with you. Even if they're a TI, and now don't take it personal if you are, but if they say they're a veteran or anything like that, I get a little suspicious. There we go again. I just got another email from one of my credit cards. Reminded me again, all day long. It's almost like some gang stalking shit. All these credit cards, all these bill collectors, they just call you all day. They send you text messages and emails I phone calls. Back in the day, I used to have problems like this where I couldn't pay some bills and bill collectors had to call me. I haven't had that problem in so long. It's probably been 10 years, right? So even as a TI, what I did as a TI, I just got rid of everything. I had no credit cards, I had nothing. But now I done built my life up. I have 5 credit cards here, bunch of bank accounts. All my stuff is being messed up right now. And now all this stuff that I had set up, all these credit cards and accounts and different things that I had money invested in, they're all calling me right now looking for their money because everything's been shut down. I can't do shit now. And I was rolling perfectly fine for the past year. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden, all these bill collectors calling me all day long. I'm dodging, can't answer the phone like a fucking bum. And I'm sitting out here at the beach and I can't even work. I can't do nothing. So anyway, and mind you, I'm still on the clock, guys. I'm sitting out here talking to you guys right now all this time, but I'm still on the clock right here. I'm still on. They just won't send me anything. And I got it logged on. I'm logged on all the way until 12 a.m. and they won't give me a dime. And they keep sending Blue Lodge members around me to make sure that I know who's doing this. All right, let me get into these a little more. I'm getting so thirsty. I need some water. Let me see. We're all broke as fuck, but what is a debt note? You say we're all broke as fuck, but what is a debt note? I don't know what you meant by what is a debt note. I don't know if you were speaking to me or if you might have thought I said something about a debt note, but I will tell you this. I do believe that a lot of us are being targeted if we're in debt. I think that if you have debt, I think the corporations, some of these corporations, they will get you put on a targeting program. If you have debt, you owe too much money, or you've done business with them and things went bad. Maybe you got the better of them. Maybe a court situation, a court decision went in your favor and things like that. Or if you owe too many places money, too many corporations, you owe them money or whatever. I do think that they are putting us in gang stalking programs to try to get us they probably take out insurance policies on us so they can kill us, and then they'll get the money from the insurance policy that we owe them. So be careful with that. If you do have debt, which I do, if you have debt and it's unpaid debt for an amount of time, I do believe that, because it's all about money. This is a big corporation, and the money is more important than people. So I'm pretty sure that they are putting people on these lists and having you stressed out and doing different things to try to cause a natural demise, whether it's, death by the police, suicide, car accident. But it seems like they are putting us in like this kind of matrix program to try to wipe us out, clearly. So with debt, that could be a reason. If you're trying to wonder why you're being targeted, it could be the debt. It could be the debt. And these prisons that all these different places that they're putting together. Let me drink some water because I'm starting to sound fumbled and mumbled, and I don't like mumbling and talking all fast. I want you guys to hear every word. Give me a second. Drink some water. Okay, so I'm gonna get to the comments. Give me a second. But I was looking at something recently, and it was, the guy was saying, they were talking about the alligator Alcatraz. They got that out here in Florida, right? They have all of these detention centers that they're building up around the country, right? They're building these detention centers up, and they're putting illegal immigrants into these detention centers before they deport them. Okay, so they have plenty of excuses right now to build these detention centers up. Over the past 10 years or so, people have been talking so much about Walmart and FEMA camps and all that stuff. Oh, they're going to put everybody in FEMA camps. They're going to turn Walmart into holding cells and all that. They're not even having to do that, because right before everybody's eyes, right, the same people who were talking about FEMA camps, who were scared about getting locked up in the Walmarts, right, these same people are cheering on the immigration stuff that's going on. Just like the war on terrorism. For some of y'all are too young to know this. I was in college when it started, when it was really going on. The war on terrorism, they were making all the Arabs, they were all the targets at that time. And I knew way back then, back in 2023, 2021, I knew that they were going to bring that shit to us. And that's why we got the gang stalking program right now. I knew they were going to start targeting individual citizens in the United States and making us out to be public enemy, right? We're now social pariahs. We can't get jobs. We get socially isolated around the community. We get treated bad whenever we go to different businesses to buy food. All the lines slow down. They give you cold food, dry food, anything to kind of just like, here come another blue shirt. Okay, another Blue Lodge member likely. But anyway, I believe that I knew that was going to come to us, right? So just like right now, everything that they're doing with these immigrants, yeah, everybody's cheering it on. The same people that were cheering, talking about FEMA camps, they don't realize that once they're finished playing with these immigrants, they're going to start coming for people in the United States. That maybe if you're in debt, maybe if you're a homosexual, maybe if you date interracially, if you're homeless, if you are mentally ill. You get what I'm saying? All these different things, they're going to start rounding a lot of people up. There's the noise campaign, because I'm talking real shit, and we got 24 on the clock. 4 times 6 is 24. 24-hour surveillance, and that's why you had the noise campaign for that motorcycle, okay? It's simple, it's smooth as butter, baby. I ain't got to do a whole bunch of bullshit and trying to show you guys targeting. I just turn the camera on, and everything will just happen around me. That's how this program works. They don't lighten up on you. They don't stop. You don't just ignore it and it goes away. It's going to be there no matter what. Now, you can choose to acknowledge it or you cannot. But either way, it's still going to be affecting your life. So you got to deal with that. All right. So let me read some more comments. Yeah, we're definitely all broke. But if you elaborate on what you meant by depth note. Expose governments 2024. I hear you. I want to expose government gang stalking. You know what I'm saying? Not even just government gang stalking. I'm not anti-government. I'm not anti-establishment or any of these things. I'm not a dissident or whistleblower. That's not why I'm on this list. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm on the list, but I will say that the only problem that I really have is the fact it's illegal targeting stuff. And there's many other problems in society, but I can't even focus on anything else if this is being done to my life. You know what I mean? I got to advocate for this so I can be some kind of, I want to be some kind of help to society. I don't want to be pushed out to the fringes like this for nothing. This is totally ridiculous. I got so much more that I could be offering society, but because somebody has a stick up their ass, here comes a blue drop top, blue. It was a Masonic. It's on the other side of this red car. You'll see that if this red one moves, a blue drop top pulls up with the music blasting. Masonic blue car just pulled up. You can probably hear the music. Let me put my window up, because that's gonna cause a copyright. I gotta be careful with that kind of stuff now that I'm trying to get monetized. All right, let me read some more comments. It says, I'd love to do a live with you sometimes, or even chat with you. Hey, Michelle, send me a message on IG. Let's talk on IG. Send me a message. We were trying to go live together on IG, but it was very glitchy. I couldn't really hear you. So we can do it here, but definitely send me a message on IG. I saw you. I saw your face. I saw you holding your phone. You're not a bot. You're not some agent with a fake profile picture trying to entrap me. So we can talk. I saw who you are. You verified yourself. So Michelle, hit me on my IG, DMs, Instagram DMs, or you can comment on any of my YouTube videos here, and with your contact information. Just put it on one of my old videos. It got so many videos. It could be a live. It could be anything. I'll see it in my YouTube studio eventually, and I'll get it in contact with you there. Okay, so look, the perp with the red car is leaving. You guys are gonna see the Masonic blue vehicle that just pulled up. Now that he's leaving, they got the Masonic blue. Red and blue is really heavy in Florida. Remember if you know my channel, I used to show you that red and blue color schemes, and then a lot of blue shirt perps. All right, so once he leaves, you'll see the Masonic blue drop top that pulled up blasting music. Let me put my windows down. They're still playing music. They're probably doing that on purpose. Let me put my windows up, because that'll get me a copyright. Damn, they're gonna start doing that a lot now that I mentioned it. Anyway, let me see what else we got here. Yeah, beautiful sky and beautiful beach. So nice. Okay, I'm gonna go back down there in a minute. This phone is charging up so slow. I'm only at 12%. And I would use my super fast charger, but it's not. I'll try it. I'm gonna put the super fast charger in and see if we can get a faster charge. Now that we're at 12%, it won't cut off on me, because it's kind of loose. It's an older charger, and sometimes it'll come loose and I won't even know, and then the phone will cut off. I'm gonna put the super fast charger in so we can walk back down to the water in a minute. But I told y'all I want to tell y'all about my crash out story. I'll wait till I get down to the beach and I tell you how I crashed out the other day. I'm very embarrassed about it, but I had a little crash out scene. Stressed out doing this work right here. They know how to break you, stress you out here. And I had a little accident that happened where a dude got kind of hurt while they were perping me, and I was running around doing some deliveries in an apartment complex, and this dude kind of got himself in the wrong time, and he might still feel it, but it was his fault. I'll tell you about it in a minute. All right, yeah, this charger right here is not working. This charger's getting old. Yeah, it's not really working. I might have to. It's taking me a long time to get the battery charged up. Let me see if I can get it to work real quick, because I want to walk back down to the beach again. I'm not gonna sit here just burning up all my battery life. You see how low it is. All right, there we go. I got it charging a little bit. Let's see if we can get that going for about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll go down to the beach and I'll tell you my crash out story. All right, what we have next? Ashley, good to see you. That's my ex-wife's name. Every time I see that name, I get a little nervous. That's my ex-wife's name. She might be one of the reasons I'm in the program. Ashley Baker says they really start hating if you go fishing and cook them fish on an open wood fire. Hey, I'm becoming so poor now that I need to go fish. I need to go somewhere. I need to get a fishing rod. I'm so broke. I need to go to the thrift store and get a fishing rod, or make a homemade fishing rod and go out to one of these piers out here and start fishing. And I'll probably be healthier anyway. When I was overseas, that's all I was eating was fresh fish, and I was so healthy. Man, blood was flowing nice. I had a good time. Yeah, I need to get out of the States real bad. And I just had a nice knot of money, and I could have got away. I didn't take advantage of it. I reacted too late. Yeah, anyway. Let's see. Michelle says, this is lipstick. I have been locked out of all my... Oh, this is lipstick. I have been locked out of all my establishments. Yeah, me too, Michelle. They locked me out. All of my IG channels, they've locked me out. I was able to finally get into my gang stalking by the numbers yesterday. I got lucky to get in. I found a way in. I got in. It was a good moment. But now I got to figure out how to sign in on my other phones. They don't let me in on my one little phone. It's one little cheap this old Android that I bought like 5 years ago. This is the only one that let me get in to my IG on. So that's why when I was live, the quality wasn't so good like this one. All right, so you got a bunch of people leaving and perps walking around. Here's the Blue Lodge Mason who came over here blasting music. Let me see if he turned it off yet. Yeah, he turned it off. We got a lot of people coming this way, so obviously it must be one of the times on the clock. Yeah, it's coming up. Once we get to 4:14, it'll be one of those times. You see, I got my DoorDash bag out here ready to work, and they won't let me work. They're forcing me to sit out here at the beach. All right, let me turn this car off. Now I got to leave it on. I was turning the air off. I got to charge the phone up. Give me a second, guys. Put the windows down. Now I turned his music off. It won't hurt my copyright. I got to start making some money on these videos. So I'm going to monetize. I got one video I got to edit, and then I'm going to go for the monetization again. But yeah, Michelle, they locked me out all my accounts. They deleted them, suspended them. I was locked out of my IG, so I was able to get that back. But all my other ones, I got to go through a whole appeals process. It's almost been 2 months almost. But you get 180 days to do it. Okay, C-Ro says, I'm sweet and spicy. They hate me. Laugh out loud. Yeah, they hate you being yourself. That's what they hate. If you're sweet and spicy naturally, and that's who you are, whether you're being gang stalked or not, they're gonna hate you. They hate you being yourself, and they hate you being comfortable with yourself and comfortable in your skin. That's what they really hate. So you keep being you. Okay, damn, I must be really behind, because I see you said thank you, you're so welcome, a day in the life. So I'm really behind in the comments, guys. I'm sorry, but I got nothing but time. They're not letting me do I can't work, I can't do shit. So I don't know how many more jobs I can sit here and apply at, so let me just take a break. Obviously, whatever I can do at this point to work is not going to help the bills that I got to do tomorrow. This shit out here is not going to help. I had too many days this week where I made no money. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to figure something out, man. I'm going to have to figure something out. Sending you some good luck in your job interviews tomorrow from England. I appreciate you, M. And I'm if you're still in here, I'm gonna go down to the beach and show you guys the water and everything. a little better. I'll probably put on my sandals. I'll probably put my sandals on or whatever this time. I think this homeless guy, this Haitian guy who I told you was here, he came over here to ask for some money to this guy or something, or maybe come check out his car. I don't know. But you can tell he's over here. He better be careful because they're yanking guys up. I think I saw immigration grab a Haitian guy the other day when I was in my own old hometown I used to live in out here. They had him all yoked up in the rain. A bunch of the police officers. He looked like he was a Haitian, and he's standing there checking his car out while he leaves. Be careful. Anyway, immigration. That's one thing too, though. There probably is a little bit less of the gang stalking that you guys are experiencing too. Just a little bit right now because the funding is being cut and it's being put into immigration. It's so much being put into immigration that I do still kind of got a feeling that a lot of your targeting, our targeting is going to start to dwindle. It's going to come down a little bit, but as far as like the technological stuff, like shutting me down on the internet, anywhere you going, all that kind of stuff, a CrowdStrike and Palantir, all that stuff is going to be still 100%, I think. But as far as the street gang stalking, the street theater, people like this walking past, because I got 57 on the clock right now. You see the 57, the 4 + 1 and the 7, that's 57. So you got all these perps walking past, kids and everything, right? It's all good. Either that's mind control or they know what they're doing. They do it with the animals, like stray cats and birds, so I can't even blame them. I don't know if they're doing it on their own or they were forced to do that through technology, but that's what it is right there, guys. That was 57 on the clock. That's the backwards 27, upside down. Okay, let's see. Hi, Lipstick Latina. I'm Bender Bandot Kandot. Okay, requested truth. Do you ask potential employers if they hire TIs? I haven't even been able to do that. I haven't even got a chance to speak to them too much. I've been doing a lot of just sending my resumes in. I've been using the hell out of Indeed. I mean, I've been lighting up that Indeed app. I mean, I got so many, I can show you right now. I got so many applications that I put in on Indeed. So I've been going through those and trying to, I'm using Indeed. And I have an interview tomorrow with a exterminator. Like I'm trying to be a pest exterminator. Like, you know, what do you call it? Yeah, exterminator. What was that movie called? That guy who was an exterminator or something like that. Deuce Bigelow or some shit. I think it's Deuce Bigelow. I'm about to be a Deuce Bigelow out here, being an exterminator, exterminating rats and roaches. Something I could say right now, but I'm not gonna say it. All right, let me go to the next one. But yeah, I won't even ask them if they hire TIs or not. I'll just see if they do. You know what I mean? But anything that I do, I'm gonna make sure I don't have co-workers and shit around. I can't do any job that I gotta sit around with a bunch of punk ass perping co-workers. It gotta be something that I can work alone. So I put a lot of applications in. So we'll see what transpires. I've just been throwing all day, every day. When I'm not sitting here doing this, all I'm doing is applying at jobs and all of that, or trying to work. No fun. I don't get to enjoy the beaches too much. Again, I'm going through a transition period. I'm not expecting it to be like this forever, but right now it's very tough, very tough. So we'll see. Mark Davis said, Cali is gang stalking central. It's everywhere, brother. Hey man, that's everywhere though, Mike. Everybody, wherever you are in this targeting, you're gonna feel like where you are is the worst ever. That's especially if you've been there for any significant amount of time, because they have everything so mapped out. Okay, they got you so mapped out, they got you so predicted in their AI system that everything you do is gonna involve gang stalking because you are in the same environment. I've been here now for about 2 weeks, and it's starting to catch up a little bit. When I first got here, it was kind of smooth. Of course, they were doing a little bit of the gang stalking with the cars and whatever the case may be. But you can tell now that everywhere I go, for instance, everywhere I go to charge up my vehicle, everywhere I go to charge up my vehicle, okay? Everywhere I go to charge up my vehicle, little kid. Everywhere I go to charge up my vehicle is filled up with people, and they also, this is the gaslight they love to do. They're stopping me from making money, right? But every time I go charge up my vehicle, I did it live. I took it. It's private right now, but I might open it back up. But they bring around Mercedes Benzes, A bunch of Mercedes, BMWs, Porsches, all the top end high luxury vehicles. Now that they push me down to a low Chevy, they bring around all these high end luxury vehicles every time I go charge up. So I'll be the only little tiny little stupid Chevy there, which I'm not mad. I don't care at all. You know, I'm not. I don't get into all of that, but it's just funny that that's how they do gang stalking when you're around the rich people. So they bring all electric Mercedes Benzes, 2025, 2026 Benz, fly shit, Porsches, Escalades. All of these cars happen to just pull up to every charge that I go to every single time to try to make me feel a certain way, I guess. It's gaslighting. Also, I go to the gyms every day to take showers. It's gyms all over the place out here. And then most of them are 24 hours here, unlike Georgia. So I always go to the gym. Now, every time I go to the gym, when I first got here 2 weeks ago, they didn't have people in the showers, you know, clogging up all the showers every time I get there. Now, I used to have a choice to go to any shower I wanted. Now, every gym I go to, all the showers are filled up. All the changing rooms are filled up. There's plenty of people there. They got the same shoes as me, the same underwear as me, the same gym bag. All this gaslighting. That's the thing about Florida. They got so many people that they can use for the program, and they just fill it up with people everywhere you go. That's one thing they can really do out here is mob you. They really mob you very well out here, and they know how to waste your time. Every charger I go to, is always people there now, and they're just getting started when I get there. So I gotta wait an hour, or I gotta go drive off somewhere else and just waste a whole bunch of time. And they know how to really push you to the limit. Like I told you guys, I crashed out last week, and I'm gonna tell you about it when I walk down to the beach. Let me just get this charger up to about 20%. When I get to 20%, I'm gonna walk down to the beach, and I'll tell you how the crash out story. And then I'll end up walking back up here. I just want to show you guys the beach. Let me see where I'm at now. All right, I'm at 13%. It's charging kind of slow because I'm on the phone. Maybe I should go live on a different phone real quick and then let this charge. But I don't want to do all that. Let me just finish reading the comments. Okay, all those 27s, you guys must have just been letting me know that you can hear me when my Bluetooth went out. It just shows how far behind I am. Sorry, guys. Okay, Ciro says, Mark Davis, you're right on the gang stalking everywhere. I'm here in Colorado. Yes, everywhere, guys. I told you guys, I went out to, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, but it's always new people here. I told you guys, earlier in my targeting, I went all the way out to South America. I went to Colombia, in 2 different cities in Colombia. You know what I mean? I was, 2 different major cities in Colombia, and all of the same gang stalking was going on. Not the same, it's not as harsh as here, but because they don't have the technological grid going on the same way. That was a few years ago, so they've probably gotten better now. I've heard things about that. They got like fusion centers out there and all of that now. But they were still gang stalking me in Colombia. Yeah, and all of my Airbnbs, all of my hotels, they were doing a whole 27 on the clock. They're slamming the doors, and you know what I'm saying. When I'm on the road in my Ubers or my cabs, 27 tag in front of me and all that. So they still were doing some gang stalking overseas. Every state that I've been to, South Carolina, Texas, Florida, Maryland, Washington, D.C., Virginia, North Carolina, everywhere. Everywhere you could imagine, anywhere that you could imagine, I've pretty much experienced the same thing. Beautiful women here, but look what time it is, right? You see all them walking past me right now, right? Not to be trying to get the little kid, I'm just getting the whole crew. You see what time it is, all right? 24, 2 ways, all right? The only reason they walk past me is because 24 is on the clock, all right? 24-hour surveillance and I'm under. That's just my reminder. I tell you what, though, it's hot as hell out here, but being next to this beach with the windows down, I'm getting a breeze. I can't believe this, guys. I've been out here since 12 o'clock. I've been up since 7 a.m. working this morning. They started my day off with some landscapers pulled up. I slept in my car last night, right? So I got up. So I slept in my car last night out in this area because I tried to work all night. I was so drained from the stress that I just fell asleep in the car. It keeps happening to me because it's so stressful. It drains your energy out. So by the end of the night, I get up so early every day trying to grind. I'm not used to getting up so early like I do now. So by the nighttime, after all the gang stalking, after all the stress of not making any money, I'm just exhausted. So I was just falling asleep last night by about 12 o'clock. So I fell asleep in the car. So I just said, all right, I'm just going to pull over to this old hotel that I used to park at when I had a van. So I pulled to the hotel. I slept in the car. right when I'm waking up at like 7 a.m., right, pulling up right next to me. They always do this. It's landscapers. They come in to blow and make noise and harass me first thing in the morning. They do it all the time. So they pulled up right next to me. They dropped the back of the landscaping truck on the ground. Boom, made a loud noise. Luckily, I saw them coming. I just pulled off, went to the gym, you know what I mean, took a shower, and then started applying for jobs, making phone calls. And then by 12 o'clock, I was logged on to both of these apps. And I got one offer all day long since 12 o'clock. Okay, and I just been sitting out here. I came to this beach right here about 3 o'clock. But since all day long, I've been sitting down and got one offer, guys. And I promise you, I wouldn't do this shit. I'm not stupid. I wouldn't just be doing this if I couldn't make any money. Like the day before yesterday, I made 100. And then the day before that, I made no money. Now, $100 is not a lot of money, but in the condition that I'm in right now, it's a drought. I'm transitioning. $100 in one day doing this is okay. So it'll be like one day I'll make some money. Then the next day I'll make no money. Then the next day I'll make money. So it's like they tease you. They keep pulling you back in, letting you think there's a chance. And then when you get ready to do it, now there's nothing. They just keep playing this game with me back and forth, guys. It's not like I come out here every day and make no money and I'm just dumb and keep doing it. You know, some days they do allow me to work, but now it seems like it's getting even worse. This is 2 days in a row. I haven't made a dime. Oh, and that guy that just rolled past me looking all stupid, that's because 27 was on the clock. That's why he drove past with his dumb look on his face on his scooter. All right, so they're going to harass you at all times. All right, Michelle says, we don't break. No way, no way, no way. Bid 5150 4 times this year. Whoa. We really need to talk. We got to talk, Michelle. If you let them 5150 you and get you diagnosed with something, that's their way to discredit you. So I really want to talk to you about how they were able to get you 5150. What was their excuse? Because usually I thought that it has to be some kind of like a threat of violence to yourself. 27 on the clock, guys. Here they go. Perps. 3 perp zombies. Blue shirt too, by the way. All right. They let me know that they got, blue shirt, of course. Zombie perps. Anyway. And the way he was smiling, he knows what he's doing. He's a handler, gang stalker, blue shirt, Mason dude. And the way he was smiling, he knows what he was doing. He's not under mind control. Or at least not the street level perp mind control. He's on a different kind of mind control coming from a higher source. But he knows a little more about what he's doing. Trust me. With that blue shirt and that smirk, walking past me at 27, yeah, trust me. They're loving what I'm going through right now. They love this shit. They're sick, satanic, sadistic fucks. And they love seeing this kind of suffering from people that's been put on this list. Somebody like me, who they're just naturally jealous of. If we were in the shower in the gym somewhere naked, that'll tell you why he's so jealous of somebody like me. And that's all I'll say with that. 5150 is to discredit you. It's a potent trap, no doubt about it. We need to talk about that, Michelle. I really want to talk to you about that. Yeah, they tried to send me across. They sent me to they tried to drive me past the mental ward last night after they tried to stretch me out all day and then send me past them. What the hell is they going to do for me other than perp me in a mental health institution? Damn, this battery is going so, guys. It's at 14%. I'm trying to get to 20% so I can walk down to the beach and show you guys the water again. I'm gonna turn down the I'll turn down the lighting on this phone a little bit. Maybe that'll help. I got it too bright. That'll help. Gang stalking reality. My man, good to see you. He says, I've been in all of Texas, Oklahoma, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Florida, and the port of entry in Canada. And gang stalking went on in all of those places. Unbelievable. No, sir. It is very much believable for those of us who are in this program and we travel around. If you're somebody that travels around, like you just said right there, you know how bad this shit really is. How they gang stalk in every flavor, every race, every religion, every gender, every sexual orientation, every height, everybody. They all do it, even animals. So it's something deeper than we realize. Even the animals. I'm out here in Florida, and I was wondering recently. I'm like, damn, man. I've been back in Florida now for 2 weeks, and I haven't seen any iguanas. You used to see so many iguanas walking around out here. Just walking around like birds. They just walk around. So many green iguanas, colorful iguanas. I've seen one since I've been here. And when I seen him, he was walking past me with 24 on the clock. No lie. I kid you not. It was a few days ago. It was actually a good day. Maybe that was good luck. It was a good day. I made great money out in the same area that I'm in. I made good money. It was a few days ago. It was a Friday, matter of fact. It was Friday. So I guess they're showing me they only have money on Fridays here. They're so rich, but they only got money on Fridays here. Okay. So I made good money on Friday, and I saw an iguana that day, and it walked past me with 24 on the clock, and I laughed and chuckled because I was like, when I was in Georgia, it was squirrels and rabbits and birds and shit, and now I'm down here in a tropical area, Caribbean, tropical environment, and the iguana is also being used in the same way. So, and all these people are doing the same thing. So obviously, it's something deeper. This dude's gonna get a flat tire. He got those nice rims on that Escalade. They always got a stunt on me. Nobody has money for DoorDash, but or Uber Eats or whatever, but they got money for these nice cars, don't they? He's gonna get a flat tire. He's up on that curve, too busy gang stalking. You know what I mean? He's been sitting there for a while, probably listening to me or shooting frequency weapons over here, trying to make me brain dead, I guess. A Day in the Life says they don't like when people tell the truth. No, they hate the truth. Oh, look, he's leaving now that I put him on the camera. All right. Y'all peep that. We got 46 on the clock right now. 4 times 6 is 24. 24-hour surveillance. I just put the camera on his perp. I feel like I got a little headache right now on the left side of my head. I won't be surprised if it's because of them. All right. 4 times 6 is 24. I got the 4. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 24-hour surveillance, so he pulls off, okay? That's the program. I keep showing you guys over and over again. Yeah, I feel a little pain in my left side of my head, temple area. Maybe it was because of them. It could be because of my eyes. I've been straining on these screens so much for the past few weeks. I don't have a job anymore, so my eyes are always on the screen, trying to work, trying to handle business. My eyes hurt. Okay, Ciro says, see what I mean, a day. Okay, I don't know. I missed what y'all were talking about there. Y'all hit those 27s there. I don't know exactly why those 27s are there. I forgot what I said, but thank you for hitting those 27s. Obviously, it was something about, can you hear me, I guess. Matter of fact, let me put my Bluetooth back in now that I think it charged up. Get some better audio. I'm gonna be walking down to the beach here real short. I think I'll go down now. We're about 15%. I'm gonna walk down to the beach. I'm not really scared about it like cutting off on me. I'm gonna read some more comments. Let me see how many we got. Oh, no, that's way too many. I'll never catch up. I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom. Sorry, I missed your comment. I'm down at the bottom again now. At the comment. So if you want to, if I missed your comment, throw it back in there. If you're still here, I'll read it now. I'm gonna read the comments until we get to 35. When that clock gets to 35, I'm gonna walk down to the water, and I'll tell you guys about how I crashed out the other day. It's kind of embarrassing, but you guys showed me a lot of love over here, so I'll tell you about it. You know, I'll tell you about it. All right. There's another blue shirt perk. Smiling, got the smirk. Got the blue shirt and the smirk. Feeling good. I ain't making no money. He got the dark color phallic symbol in his hand. They're holding my phallic symbol. They're holding my dick. They got me out of control. They got my dick. All right. 8 times 4. 8 times 3 is 24. I'm on a 24-hour surveillance. So the Blue Lodge member walks past. We got the lesbian putting the booty out. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna start. Okay, I'm gonna start with my girl Day in the Life. It says these gang stalkers don't realize they're being used as pawns. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Some of them, I think, but some of them do realize it because they sign on. They sign on for this stuff, and they know that they're putting themselves at risk. All these people that you see getting murdered and these mass shootings and all that, these people, they know what they're signing up for. You know what I mean? They know what they're doing. Not all of them. I think they're under mind control. That another blue shirt lines. Remember, all of them got blue shirts, guys. You see that? Every guy, blue, 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 blue. And my thing is this, right? I don't know if they're just doing this to harass me or they're trying to like recruit me. Because if you wanted to recruit me, why would you recruit somebody like this? That's why I don't think this is recruitment. Some people think that they're trying to recruit us in. They want us to be initiated. They want us to be a prospect. But why would they do this to me then? You know what I mean? You want me to be a poor bum with no car, no money, no self-respect, no dignity. This is how you recruit somebody into a secret society. They're not doing that. They're trying to kill me. I am the Lewis stone. If you guys understand masonry, I'm the Lewis stone. I am the stone, the quarter stone that the Masons rejected. You get what I'm saying? They took off that stone on top of the pyramid and replaced it with the all-seeing eye. because they want to replace God. They're higher than God. Y'all just don't know how deep this shit is. They're not recruiting me. They got to make sure that the Jesus, the Messiah, does not resurrect. They are the new God. They want to control the world with their magic, their technology, their global domination. They're replacing that. And I am like the Jesus in this. I am the Messiah type. Okay. Oh, music. I put my window up. I hear Biggie. When they want to threaten me, they play a lot of Biggie down here in the South. I noticed too, because it represents a dude from the North being murdered. But anyway, that's too deep. There's a helicopter. But anyway, yeah, these Masons, man, this is not recruitment. So I don't think they're recruiting. I think they're trying to make sure that I'm neutralized because I am the Masons. I'm the Lewis Stone. If you guys don't know much about that kind of stuff, go look up this guy called Hide and Seek. I haven't seen him over here in a while, but he's called my lives. His name is Hide and Seek. He really breaks down. It's called Hide and Seek. Just put that in. I forgot the rest of the name. It was Hide and Seek, something like that. But he breaks down a lot of the Freemason way of thinking and all this. He really breaks stuff down in a way that I think you will understand it. So check him out. His name is Hide and Seek. He's on YouTube. He really breaks down these Masonic games they're playing with us out here, guys. This whole false reality they got going on and the delusions that they're living under, and they're trying to make our reality the same way. And they got all this power and control because of their numbers. All right, let me see. I'm gonna read these last joints, and we're gonna walk down to the beach. I says, thank you. I sent the message. Okay, we're gonna talk, Michelle. You sent the message. I'll check it out. We'll talk. I'm gonna go through all of my IG messages, maybe tonight. I'm just getting back into the channel, so I'm gonna go through all of that tonight. My eyes are hurting like a motherfucker every time I look left and right. From being on these screens so much, uh, okay, Scepter says, I believe they control some insects around me as well. Yeah, they do. I've seen some. I think so, and it might not even be real insects either, too. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I know that. I know that. I know what you're saying. I've seen some things too. But my thing is really the animals, like the actual mammals, like the flesh and fur and blood animals. I've been seeing a lot of that from those. A lot of it from them. Lewis Davies says money, pursuit of happiness. Go off the grid, man. I don't even honestly to tell you the truth, Lewis. I don't think that you can get off the grid anymore. Once you're somebody like me, and they have this satellite, it's called the constant stare. Once they have this satellite thing like latched on to us from the sky and it's following us around, there's no getting off the grid anymore for us. Maybe if we can get what's inside of our body out of us, maybe I don't know. But I don't think that once you're a real TI, you can go somewhere off the grid, but they're gonna come. You're just not gonna get off the grid, in my opinion. I just don't think it can happen. And hopefully I'm wrong, but just from everything that I've been seeing and experiencing, I don't see a way to get off the grid right now. Once they got you in this shit, once they got that stuff in your body, the nanotechnology and all of that, I don't think you can. And they got this satellite looking at us from the sky. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hope they dangle the carrot, cause and effects, build you up and break you down, rinse and repeat. Yeah, they keep doing that over and over again. Every day, every other day, I'll have a decent day. I can work, I make money, right? I think I'm gonna be able to pay my bills. I'm just gonna stack the money up, but then the next day I'll make nothing. I waste a whole tank of gas, make no money, barely eating, and make no. I'm glad I'm losing a little weight. I'm kind of want to lose weight anyway, so I'm losing a couple pounds, which is good for me. I got here at around 230. I'll be happy to get down to 220, 215. I haven't seen 215 like that in years. So if I can get down to 215, that'd be great. But I don't have the wherewithal to go work out and exercise too much when I'm going through financial suppression and depression, like financial depression, not physical depression or emotional depression. But when I'm going through financial depression and oppression and suppression, and the gang's talking is like this, I don't have enough energy to work out as well. Like I can't imagine trying to strain my muscles and lift weights and do pull-ups and shit going through a gang stalking program as intensely as I go through. Because it takes so much of my energy to survive, to not crash out, which I did the other day. I'm gonna tell you about in a second. To not crash out and shit like that, it takes so much. So I don't even have any more energy to go lift a weight. I go to the gym all the time and I don't work out as much as I would love to because I just go and take a shower, maybe get a massage, shit like that. But I don't have the energy or the time to work out. I can't survive. I won't be able to survive. all these years that I've been able to survive so far and even build up. But right now I'm on a downtrend again. I'm taking me down again. Let me see. Yeah, you're right about that cause and effect. Brian Eager said it's about quantum manipulation. Talk to him. Talk to him. Tell him about that quantum manipulation. Break it down a little bit more. Drink some water. Excuse me. Got some water. At least I was smart enough to go buy some water. Bought a big pack for $1.99 instead of keep going to 7-Eleven, wasting my money. Anyway, break that down a little bit more about the quantum manipulation. That's the kind of stuff people don't talk about much because it's easier to get into the more the religion or spirituality. But that's the stuff that scares people. You know, that's the stuff that's what's really happening out here, and that people don't really understand. But break that down for the people a little more if you're here, Brian. We are in an alternate dimension, a quarantine. As TIs, we definitely are. I'm on the app. I can't make any money. Other people are here. I'm sure there's people are here dashing away right now on DoorDash, Uber Eats. I'm sitting out for hours, guys. You see me just sitting here. You don't hear my phone going off. You guys have been live with me before, right? And you guys have been live with me before. All right, that's that. Hey, look right there. That's just DoorDash. Let me show you Uber. I got two apps on, guys. Look, look, look. I want you to see this. Okay. Oh, you heard the noise campaign in the background. We got 42 on the clock, backwards 24. So you heard the noise campaign, the motorcycle back there behind me, because you got the street right back here. Okay. All right. So you heard it. Let's see. Okay, they logged me off of my Uber, so I'm getting back on now. All right, getting back on Uber. Now I'm back on the line with Uber. But look, $0. You know what I mean? No money. You see, I'm down here by the water. Nothing but water here. See where my arrow is, and you see where the ocean is right there. That's where I'm at. I'm out here trying to work. Can't make a dime. Hopefully tonight will get a little bit better, but paying the bills and shit and all I needed to pay, that's out of the window unless a miracle happens. I'm gonna put it out there. If anybody out there in this whole matter of fact, let me flash my cash app. If anybody out here can help out and you want to donate, first of all, if anybody who you guys usually help me out with this, if you can put my cash app up, I'm about to show it. If anybody, I need a miracle. I want to try to pull 250 $250. I'm gonna fuck it. I'm just gonna at least try. I know you guys are a bunch of broke TIs like me, so I understand. But if there's somebody out there that got a blessing recently or something you can do, hey, look, and plus any little bit helps also, guys. But um, I need to get 250 up. I got a little something I'm holding on to, but I need to get like 250 more up. If I can get my main bill paid, if I can pay my main bill, right? But to flash my cash app. If I could pay my main bill at least, everything else I can work. Everything else I can handle. I've been able to pay my car. Everything else I can take care of. My biggest bill is a car, guys. You know I pay for my car every week. I'm about to flash my cash app up. So submit to the bot system. Right. That's what we got to do, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm too stupid to realize what they're trying to tell us we need to do. I don't know. But I'm not. But I'm not. I'm definitely not under. Okay. Anyway. Whatever it is they're trying to insinuate that we need to do, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm the dumb one, but give me a second, guys. I'm about to pull my cash app up. I'm gonna walk down to the beach right after I show you this cash app real quick. I'm gonna see if anybody can help me and donate. Sometimes you guys help, sometimes you can't. I understand you, and I don't resent you guys for not doing everything you can. If you can't do it, you can't do it. I get it, but I'm just gonna try. A lot of views. Some of my lives get a lot of views. There are people looking at this, so I know somebody out there might be able to help. You know what I mean? So I don't have any choice but to ask for help. So I got you. They're trying to push me home to go live with my mother so I can get gang stalked to death, I guess. When I talk to her, she tries to insinuate she to come back home. I wish I would. I probably had. I ain't gonna say what hey, give me a second, guys. Let me put my cash app up. All right, here it is. I'm so glad that I got back into my gang stalk. This is my YouTube channel right here. It's gang stalking by the numbers, guys. Okay, gang stalking by the numbers is all underscores here. So follow this if you can. I'm gonna put my cash app up. I'm gonna see if anybody wants to help me out. You see what I'm going through, guys. I mean, I'm not just here trying to grip you guys out of money. I wouldn't even ask if I ain't had to. And if you can't do it, you can't do it. But it don't hurt to ask, right? I got like 1,500 people on this channel, 1,600 almost, and like 900 on IG. So maybe somebody can. Wow, I can't even find my damn Cash App on my channel. Did they delete it? What the hell? Trying to find it. I don't even flash my Cash App enough on my channel on my IG. We're gonna walk to the beach in a second, guys. Right now, I'm just going through here. I'm going through my feed on my Gang Stalking by the Numbers channel page on Instagram, and I'm trying to find my Cash App. But if you don't follow this channel, you really should. So you see, it's a lot of stuff here, and it goes back for years. Oh, here it is, right here. All right, all right. Here's the Cash App, guys. You can see my name there at the top, Gang Stalking by the Number. You see the underscores right there, so you can follow that channel. I mean that page. I do lives over. I was live there first, but it was malfunctioning. So I decided to come over here and get with the YouTube family. I just got back into this channel yesterday. I'm very excited about that because they're trying to like muffle up my voice. I'm not going to suffer alone. I'm going to talk about it at least until I'm under the bridge. Now, even then, I'll never stop. Even if I'm under the bridge, I'm not going to die and suffer in silence. If I'm under the bridge, homeless, I won't even go to a shelter because I know what they'll do with a shelter with the gang stalkers. I would live under the bridge alone before I go to a shelter. All right, guys, you see that? I'm gonna leave it up for 30 more seconds, okay? So you can write it down. If any of my mods, if you can, oh, you put it up here, okay? If you put the Cash App up here, I didn't see it. I'm gonna go back and find it. I'm gonna pin it up as I go, so I can get ready to walk down to this beach. I'm gonna pin it. I didn't see it here. A day in a life. I got to get your real name too, dear. I keep calling you a day in a life. It's like I got y'all calling me gang stalking, but yeah, you guys can call me Kurt, okay? You don't got to call me gang stalking. Gang stalking by the numbers anymore. I'm starting to get more comfortable with you guys. You guys can call me Kurt. That'd be just fine. All right. Look at the honey pots, guys. Nah, they're not honey pots. They're just having a day at the beach, right? Anyway, all right. Let me get back to the. I'm about to walk down to the water. Give you guys something nice to look at instead of the same old, same old. Let me put it up one more time for you guys. Here it is. Please help out and support. If you never did, and if you can, now is the time. If you have before, I appreciate you so much. But like I said, you guys call me Kurt, short for Curtis. Um, Once I get monetized, no, I probably start showing my face and all that. But I kind of like not showing my face because it kind of gives it a certain level of everyday. I'm the everyday man. I'm you. I'm all of you guys. You get what I'm saying? It's not about me and what I look like, and I want it to be about I'm a Ti just like you, and this is what I'm going through, not what I look like. But it's been a little bit more difficult getting it monetized like that. But I'm right there on the verge. There was a few little mistakes that I was making that hurt my monetization, but I think I fixed those mistakes. So I want to hopefully I won't even need to be really pressing y'all too much about no damn about the if I get because I get views on my joint too, man. All right, I'm gonna put these sunglasses on. They're not too dark, and I still should be able to see. I got two choices I can put on here of sunglasses. I'm gonna put the ones on just for y'all, even though it's bright out here. I want to put these really dark ones on, but I'm gonna go with these lighter ones so I can read the comments. Hold on, guys. I hear a little music there. That music will get my copyright. Because one day I'm gonna get some money on these damn on these off of these videos. Oh man, they coming around here playing that music. Blah 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 blah. They better not give me a copyright for that little bit of music, man. They gave me a copyright for when I was in Jacksonville last week, 2 weeks ago, and we went to a little bar picking up a delivery, and they had Beyonce and Ed Sheeran song playing, and I got a copyright. But I'm not surprised. 'Cause it's the same area that I was in. It was the same area that I was in. Where they had the Freemason lodge, and it was all in my video. They didn't want that, I guess. So I need to edit that out before I can even do the monetization. I want to fix that. And all right, guys, I'm not reading the comments for a few because it's very dark. I mean, the screen is dark. I'm gonna put my phone down and drink some water real quick. Just get hydrated, and then we're gonna walk down to the water, and I'm gonna show you guys a nice little view real fast. Just give me a second, guys. Let me maybe I should put some sandals on. So no, I'm not gonna get too deep down that water. let me take a sip of water real quick, guys. And my locks hanging out. I need to put my locks in a damn ponytail. I think my locks kind of scared of people sometimes. Being 6'2", dark skin, 230 locks. Like, should we be in a football field somewhere? All right, give me a second, guys. Hold on. All right. It's a big muscle bound, oiled up muscle bound dude with some abs coming down. For you ladies, if you like that kind of thing, he's walking past now. Give you guys a show. All right, guys. So we're gonna walk down here real quick. All right. Everything blue. Hey, man. Yo. Oh. Yo, my man. Never mind. He got headphones on. I was gonna ask him about all that blue he had on, but he got his headphones on. He had both his earbuds, and I lost one of mine, so I got only one ear in, so I can hear people. All right, guys. I can't read too much of the comments for a minute. Okay, you guys can talk amongst each other for a second. All right. I'm gonna walk down here and let you guys get the view of the beach. This is what I like to do: show the beach. I don't really need to show myself all like that. I just show you guys beautiful views and just listen to me. But who knows? Maybe once I do monetize, I'll probably do that. Get a little more personalized in my channel. Now that I see they're trying to snuff me out, literally trying to snuff me out, I need to make my page even more personal with my face, my name. I need to know who the hell they're doing this to. So if anything ever happens to me in the news and all that, you guys will know this platform. You guys know me. You know what I mean? All right, you see what I look like? I got locks. Okay, I'm a tall black guy. If anything happens, guys, it's me. All right. They're trying to put me in a quiet corner somewhere and murk me. I can feel it. They do this thing like yesterday when I was trying to get on my IG. I was trying to get my IG on this particular iPhone. This is where I got all the editing tools and all the videos and music and all the kind of shit that I can really get my IG jumping to get my point across and tell my story better. And they're giving me hell. But this phone is so happy. I've been using this phone since like 2022. You know, it's the iPhone Max. I like it. And they hack all my phones, and I like having a Mac, having a good phone, but I don't want to spend all that money, and they just hack it right away. That's so devastating. Like I bought a Android a few months ago. They hacked it immediately. Immediately, it was hacked in no time. To a point where they were even messing with it when I was offline. You know what I mean? So spending money on new phones and shit, this iPhone get ready to fall apart. I gotta hurry up and get one before it dies, before it goes out on me at the wrong time. You know, like right now. Damn, somebody's smoking some good weed out here. Woo! It smells real good. I'm so tired. I want to go. I wish I was overseas in Brazil somewhere walking down the beach though. I'm getting so tired of this Anglosphere. Anyway, damn, that weed smells good. Yeah, I might have to stop by the cannabis shop. I have to go get the cheap one though. And go to the cannabis shop and get me a good one for about $5.99. That shop is kind of far though. There's smoke shops all around, everywhere, every corner, trying to keep everybody peaceful, I guess, because everybody's so stressed, especially here in Florida. They got so many smoke shops. It's so stressful, you know, the gang sucker program, and then people trying to survive, trying to live out here. It's like right now, you don't see black people here at the beach. It was a lesbian couple that was sitting over at the top over there, you know, up in those benches up there. Lesbian couple, not really going to the beach. Because it's so difficult. You're fighting to survive. You don't even have time. Like, I'm back in that shit. You know, if I would have came down this mother like 2 months earlier, 2 or 3 months earlier, I would have been in such a better condition. But things happen. All right, guys. Hopefully, I'm still alive. Sometimes when I get down by the beach, the water, the signal isn't as good. But let's go ahead on down here. I see my hair. I keep seeing my hair in my shadow right here. Guys, I've never had hair. I never grew my hair out or anything like this. Not that I care about this kind of thing, but a couple years ago when I was stuck in my van, when I was in another downtime, when everything fell apart, and I was in my van a few years ago, and I couldn't get a haircut or nothing. My hair just grew into locks. I never touched it. I never had anybody twist it up. It just naturally grew in natural free-flowing locks. I saw it as something spiritual, and I haven't cut it yet. I was waiting for a spiritual breakthrough that I thought that I had, but now I see I did. Look what I'm going through. Maybe I should have cut them. I probably didn't follow my intuition and I need to cut this hair and cut all of that shit that happened to me over those years that I was in Atlanta. It needs to be cut off. I should have brought that to Florida. Here come another group. Whenever I come around, they always got groups that got to come around. All right, but that's okay. I'm not lonely. I got about 25, 30 people with me right now in the cyber world, hanging out with me. I should have took my shoes off, but I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. And then when you come to Florida, you're not really doing Florida unless you got to get in the water. You got to get in the water, especially if you're in South Florida. You got to eat at Miami Subs. You got to eat it maybe Pollo Tropical. You got to get in some of this Florida water. You got to get in it, okay? You want to be a real Floridian. You have to drink Zephyr's Hill bottled water. They bottle that up there near Orlando. Zephyr's Hill. These are the kids that were gang stalking when I was sitting in the car. 'Cause I remember that guy right there, the green short. They were gang stalking by the car. Gang stalking kids. I thought school was back in session. You guys skipping school? Oh no, we got 2 weeks left about. 2 more weeks. You guys go to private school? No, we go to public. Oh, what county? Wake County, up in North Carolina. Oh, no, okay. They started here yesterday. Hey man, have fun, Joe. Enjoy it. All right. Yeah, I was looking at they probably college. Yeah, they high schoolers. He's just the older one, I guess. He's got the sunglasses on and the tattoo. He's probably the cool one. I'm like, what the hell are the high school kids doing out here? I thought we got rid of the brats. They went back to school out here yesterday. I always hate seeing people walk through the beach with sneakers on, but now I see why. I'm one of them right now. You ain't got time. You want to be here, and I'm forced to be here right now, guys. That's the sick part. I don't want to be at the beach. I don't like coming to the beach when things aren't going right. You can't enjoy it the same way. Everybody's relaxed, having a good time, splashing around. I want to be here with stressed out energy. You know what I mean? So I ain't even taking my shoes off. I'm not getting comfortable. I'm gonna spend this time here now, and I'm gonna still try to work all night. And then if it don't work out, it don't work out. But it is nice to be able to at least see this. Let me get up a little bit because the water down here is a little muddy, and I do have on suede shoes. It's so hard to keep this color shoe clean. Let's take a little walk. Hope I don't get a ticket. I ain't paying. I ain't pay the park. They don't usually give me tickets here anyway. It's very rare. Let me not say that. Sorry guys, I'm not reading the comments. I'm just giving you guys some nice stuff to look at real quick. I'm gonna take you back down by the ocean again. Let's walk back down here. It's not too muddy. I don't think it'll. I'm not gonna go down here too deep like where the birds are. Hopefully it's not too much wind. Wow, my battery drained down to 10% that quick. I gotta walk back up, guys. I was at like 19%. The fact that I'm live and it's so hot out here, the battery dropped down to 10%, and this live will end real quick. So I gotta walk back to the car because when you get down to 10% and you're on live, look at these birds. The one big bird right there, the big one, all those are babies. They're growing though. I've been out here in the beach and seen those babies when they're very small. See how the one is watching over all the babies? Seagulls. These are not pigeons. These are seagulls. I think those are seagulls. All right. I gotta walk back to the car, guys. I gotta plug back up. It's gonna the phone is gonna die, and this is the source of internet to my other phones where I get the internet tethered for my delivery apps. Because guess what? I can't put the delivery apps on this phone because it's so hacked. I can't put the delivery apps on here. I can't put my IG channel on here. I gotta get rid of this phone. I really do. It's a huge security issue, but it doesn't change much anyway of what I'm already dealing with. So that's why I haven't been too pressed. But yeah, I'm sweating like hell. Sweating like crazy. Whew. Hope you guys enjoyed that nice little view. How I walk back like this. How about that? I walk back this way, backwards. If I fall, at least you guys get some comedy relief. All right. I'll walk forward and just hold the phone back. How about that? This is for y'all that are in Cleveland and different places, Pennsylvania, and you might not have a beach close by. So I try to go down and show you a little bit, but this battery's dying on me fast. Damn, I'm sweating. I'm gonna need to take another shower for the night shift, huh? Whew. This is how they want you sweating. This is how they want you sweating and running around delivering food. Taking, God, I should show you how many $2 off. They try to send you $2 offers and go do something for $2, $3.50, a bunch of them. But it's not just me, because when I look online and online forums, they're doing it to everybody. It's just what's happening right now. The shareholders are very greedy, and they're forcing these apps to pay you less and less because they want a bigger share of the money. These people out here are showing riding around in high-end, expensive vehicles everywhere you look, but they can't tip you. They said they can't even afford to order. It seems they can't afford it. I don't know, because Friday was booming when they had money. But here, you know, I think they just make it look good, right? I hear that all these people out here, they're upside down in their mortgages, their houses, they owe more than it's worth, and it all looks good, you know? But they do a lot of scamming and scheming and stealing. They out here gang stalking like it seems like for their life, and they're really nice cars. Really nice cars. I gang stalking like this, like I get that money. They're trying to keep up with the Joneses out here. Whew, man, it's hot. Hope I make it to the car before the battery. I'm almost there. Here's the blue Masonic drop top that pulled up. He's enjoying this Florida life. He's in his blue car. I guess he's initiated, so he gets to come down here and enjoy it, have fun, get a drop top on, got on his motor, got on his little skateboard. You know, I'm the TI. They put me in a little bullshit car, forced me into a little bullshit car. I can't make no money. I'm suffering because I'm not initiated, I guess. All right. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't recruit you like that. Maybe they do all this shit and then make you. They want you to go ask a Mason. Because last time I spoke to one, it was an Eastern. Damn, it stinks right here, real bad. Right here in this one spot. I think it's because of the shower. All the dirty people, and they shower right here, and then they all everything on their body just goes right there to the ground. It just stinks right there in that one spot. You walk past that one spot, it just smells horrible. All right, damn. Let's get back in here. Another BMW. All they show me is BMW. Now I drove a BMW when I was out here. I used to live out here. My car door was unlocked all this time. But I drove a BMW, a black one, when I was out here when I was married. And maybe that's the reason why they keep showing all these BMW SUVs for me. Everywhere I'm going, Benzes and BMW SUVs. You know, gaslighting. They get you back, guys. When you're doing okay as a TI for a while, and they finally can get you knocked off, which is not hard to do for a TI, they get you back. And anything that you did, that you had, that you enjoyed, whether it was love, a relationship, anything material, a job, anything, they're gonna try to. If you lose it, they're gonna use the program to troll the hell out of you about it. Hold on, I gotta get some air in here. Ooh-wee. I might take another shower. As a matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna hit the beach today. I'm still gonna try to work all night. If they don't let me work, they don't let me work. But at least I'm gonna die trying, right? Nothing else I can do. I can apply at jobs. I need to find another job like the one I had, where I just walk in and shake a hand, and then get hired and stay there for years and not have no issues other than a little bit of weak gang stalking, right? Making that money every week, paying my bills, and then using that to bounce on to other things and invest in other opportunities. It was working. But you guys know how it is, the TI. When it's time to go, it's time to go. All right, we got 5:04 on the clock. That's 24 upside down. Here's a red truck with the two fours on it. The fours represent ritualistic sacrifice, number four. And the cult world represents ritualistic sacrifice. That's why when you watch the news and you hear about somebody dying and the mother's crying, but no tears are coming out, and she has on a blonde hairstyle, and then they keep mentioning number four or 33, you know it's ritualistic stuff. All right, so we got 24 on the clock. We got the shirtless Mason all in my face. Yeah, camera on your face too. You shirtless Mason dude looking at me for whatever reason. He didn't have his blue shirt on though. He probably has on blue panties. All right, let me stop. All right, let me see. Let me put my glasses on and get to the comments, guys. I see we still got some people in here. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go live though, guys. I gotta probably get ready to pull away from here. See if I can get some business. Uh, Let me see what we got going on. Okay, Retro Man. I spoke to an Eastern Star. Um, yeah, what happened was, where was I? I think I might have been at work. I forgot where I was. It was probably maybe almost a year or less ago. And I saw the star on her car. I think I was at work. And I recognize the star because another Ti who speaks about Masons and Eastern Stars, she speaks about them a lot, and she showed the channel, she shows the star a lot, so I recognize it immediately, which I probably wouldn't have before. That's why it's important to watch people on Instagram and YouTube. You want to learn from other TIs, even if you don't agree with everything the TI does or says. There is some stuff from some TIs you can still watch and still get some information from them. You know what I mean? Even Masons and all that, they got to tell you what they're doing, or they'll get the karma. They got some kind of rule or something like that. But anyway, I spoke to an Eastern Star and I asked her. I said, I asked her about it. I said, "Is that star? Is that represent Eastern Stars? Are you an Eastern Star?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "Yes. Are you interested in Freemasonry?" And I'm still all freaked out because the program at the time was like, nah, 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 nah. I was like, I'm not interested. I don't think they would accept me. So I told her, I said, I don't think they would accept me. Right now they're giving me the white glove treatment. Oh, I said, okay, let me show y'all something. I said, yeah, they're giving me the white glove treatment. Speaking, so they're probably not gonna want to mess with me. That was into that conversation. And I looked at her face, the look she gave. Anyway, she was there probably gang. She was there gang stalking anyway. But when I mentioned the white glove treatment and what they're doing, she was kind of like she got quiet. You know what I mean? And not to mention that I've been wanting to show you guys this for a while. I got it right here. That's funny. This white glove. They left me this white glove at work not too long ago. Someone left this on the table. White glove. This one white glove right here. Ain't that ironic that I just mentioned that? I've been wanting to show y'all this for weeks. But this white glove, when I was in Atlanta, somebody left it on the table for me at work when I was going through a lot of gang stuff. I had that sitting right here in the car all this time. I want to show y'all that. I'll probably throw it out the window now. It's probably bad luck. Yeah, but that's what happened with the Eastern Star. I didn't even tell you my crash out story. I tell you guys now that I'm back in the car. All right, guys. So check this out, right? Let me tell you guys a story. Let me read some comments and I'll tell you guys a story. When the red horse of the apocalypse road, peace is taken from the earth. Yeah, yeah. That's what's up with these red cars. That's what's up with these red trucks, red cars. People don't understand. They think this red is just like some kind of psychological trigger game. No, it's deeper than y'all really realize. All this red and white and all this shit they're doing, these have deeper meanings, guys. These people are occultists. You guys don't know what occult stuff, the games, the stuff they got going on, these colors, these numbers, all this stuff is from occultists. It's not really science. Like a lot of people think it's a science stuff. Oh, they're doing this to trigger this thought, this emotion, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe on a surface level. But on a deeper level, it's secret society stuff, guys. This is secret society things right here. These are people, red right there, red and black. Secret society, secret society. 508, fate, okay? Fate, fatals, fate, 5-8, fate. I'm getting too deep for y'all. Anyway, let me get in here. Let me not let them know what I know. I shouldn't even acknowledge that, but I did. That's why the Mason right there walked past. Anyway, let me go back up a little bit. Hey, that glove is what they use to. Uh, hey, that glove is what they use to fist their stalkers. Yeah, yeah, to fist themselves. They can fist themselves with that glove. And that's and literally though, not even no deer for real. Let me throw some more Dio on, man. Sweating out here, boy. Any UTIs out there, you might want to get yourself some aluminum-free deodorant. Any little thing you can do. It's something you put on every day. Now down here in Florida, you gotta have some back. I got more deodorant though, because it's Florida. But this is good stuff right here. It lasts pretty long. It's pretty good, and it's free of those things right there that you don't need in your body. All right. The deodorant. If you got those little ulcers under your arms and little bumps, I had used a deodorant. Anyway, she's at the beach having her beach day. All right, what time is it, guys? We got 5:09. She's gang stalking too, by the way. That 5'9", I don't know what the 5'9" means, but they've been using that from the very beginning. I don't know if it's 9'5" or 5'9", but they've been using that number for a while. I don't know what that represents at all, but that is one of them. But I don't mention it. Let me go. I'm gonna go read some comments that I missed when I was at the beach down by the water. Oh yeah, I gotta plug my phone in. Shit, hold on. I hope it don't cut off. I'm moving fast as I can, guys. This phone might cut off on me. It told me about the 10% a long time ago. Hold on. Hey guys, I think I'm gonna end this at 5:30. Okay, even though I shouldn't even end it at 5:30 because all that's gonna happen is rush hour. It's about to be a bunch of traffic on the road, and they'll probably give me an order then, so I can get in it'll be a 3 mile ride, but it'll take like 25 minutes to get there because of the traffic. And I might not even waste my time going. I might need to wait until about shit. I probably need to wait to 6 to get back out there. I'm still on the clock, but let me make sure I'm still on the clock. Make sure I'm still logged in. Yeah, I probably need to wait because all that's gonna happen is they're gonna if I do log on, they might start giving me a few, which I doubt though, because the traffic. They like to get me caught in traffic and make a short delivery take a lot longer than it really should. They love doing that, and they love for me to maybe cancel it or something and mess up my ratings and all that. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm really sweaty, man. Okay, just losing battery, making no money, draining away in the air conditioning. All right, let me go down here. He says, okay, thank you, Ricardo, for getting that troll. Yeah, man. Okay, y'all doing a good job. Okay, I see my man Makima Kente. Welcome in. I ain't seen you in a while. Okay. Angels are not for sex or food, by the way. Okay, Brian says angels are not for sex or food. Okay, not really. I might have missed something. Okay. Let me go up here and read. I'm gonna go up to some of the stuff that I missed. Okay. All right. So, okay, I ain't missed too much. You guys must have just been enjoying the beach. All right. So, okay. Okay. Hold on. I went up too high. All right. We'll start right here. Okay. So, request the truth says, the one abides. I don't know. We gotta elaborate. I'm not sure. Okay. So Brian Eager says the beings, people do not all actively harass. Constructs are superimposed upon and are talked through. Also, as a target, one's pathways are artificially structured. There you go. This guy right here understands what's going on. I agree with you what you're saying there. I'm still learning more and more as time progresses, but I agree with what you're saying there. I'll repeat that. The beings, people, okay, do not all actively harass. Constructs are superimposed upon and are talked through. Okay? They're being used as vessels, guys. These are conduits for harassment. They've been turned into harassment tools. Okay? So constructs are superimposed upon and are talked through. Also, as a target, one's pathways are artificially structured. You see that? You guys understand that? We are living in a simulation, a false reality. Look at him kicking back, hanging free, pulling up in a little BMW. It's an older one though. Got his lady with him, but he pulled up with his shirt off. He's barefoot, going to kick it at the beach. Too bad the gang stalkers. Upside down, 6 times 3. That 6 is a 9. 9 times 3 is 27. We got gang stalkers abound. All right. Got the old school BMW, saving themselves a little money. He's probably paid off. Probably got a nice little place close to the beach. Young couple coming out to enjoy the weather, coming out to enjoy the beach. But guess what? They're being used as gang stalkers. So it's abnormal. It's tainted. They're not like me and my ex-wife. We used to come to the beach like that. We used to come down, pull up, park right here, come to this beach right here all the time. Except for we had white wine, crab legs, shrimp, fried fish, baked fish. We had a good time. We had good times. Okay, angels are not for sex or food, by the way. Hey, Brian, if you're still in here, elaborate on angels are not for sex or food, by the way. Hey guys, I think I'm gonna do this live until 6 because all that's gonna happen is I'm in the busiest part of the town. There's gonna be a bunch of okay. Oh, look at all these gang stalkers because we got 6-4 on the clock. All these gang stalkers, none of them wearing blue. They got blue bikes though. That's what it is, blue bikes. All right, it just changed. But we had 5-1-4. So it was the 5 and the 1 of the 6, but the 4 you get 6 times 4 is 24 hours surveillance. Okay, so that's why they were sent. Damn, it's hot. I gotta turn the air up. Turn the air up some. All right. Okay, I see Ricardo took care of somebody trolling. I appreciate you, brother. I really do. Thank you for all the support you've shown me over the past year or so. I haven't forgot. I definitely haven't forgot. I appreciate you. You've been with me for a while here. Um, time to stand got timed out of here. I don't know what he did, but I appreciate you for taking care of that. I didn't see it. I was at the beach. Okay, McKeon said he farted on some people. I hear you. Not one problem. Not a problem. Day in the life, no doubt. I appreciate you throwing that cash app up. Um, I definitely need the help right now. You see what I'm going through. You guys been with me. I've been on this live right here now for probably about. I've been on this live for about 2 hours. You guys haven't heard my apps ring off one time. I showed you I got Uber on and I got DoorDash. They're shutting me out of the economy, guys. They're completely shutting me out, and it's getting worse and worse. I guess now that I'm live, I'm doing videos, and I'm talking, so I guess they're really shutting me out. So I don't know, guys. Might be barefoot soon. Talking to myself, walking down the street. Submit to the bot system. That's what they want. That's what they want. Zero. They want us to submit to the bot system. I don't even know how. I don't even know how. Even if I wanted to, I don't know what that really means. You know what I mean? I see them doing all this stuff, but what does that really mean? What do they want me to do? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, uh, okay, you took care of Mr. Bapzilla. I appreciate that. Targeted area. Y'all are on it. I got the best mods. I've never seen mods. I've been to some other lives, man, but even famous people, they don't have mods like this. I got the best mods out there. I tell you what. See, sometimes God will bless you on ways, sometimes you get good people around to help you take care of some shit. You guys see what I'm doing live. I'm talking, I'm moving around. I'm not just sitting up in the house comfortable and able to take care of that. So I got some really good mods taking care of some business for me. And we're in a situation of gang stalking, so we got to be extra, like secure with like having people coming here talking crazy, gaslighting, misleading people. So it's good to have some real bouncers at the door to bounce that on up out of here. So I appreciate y'all. When I get back up, trust me, I won't forget about you. You'll be blessed as well. Okay. Let's see. Request the Truth said there is a better plan. I might have missed the comment before. So whatever you were speaking about then when you said there's a better plan, break that down for me, please. I put your cash app up. I appreciate your day in the life. Okay, I see Sonny Crockett, one of my regulars. I just found out David, the dope fiend, is a stalker, which is how he got his free apartment in the Bronx. I don't even know who David is. You said David, the dope fiend? Who's David? Is he a TI that posts on YouTube? Let me know who David is so I can check out his channel. Whenever I hear about a different TI, I like to check it out. So let me know. And he got a free apartment in the Bronx. Man, I sure could go for a free apartment. I had a free apartment before. I had a free apartment for quite a while, and it was nice. I would love to have a free apartment. I really need it now, but I know everything that come with it. You know what I mean? With all the gang stalking, the targeting, but it'll probably beat being out here now, I guess. All right, let's see. Sharita. Okay, Sharita. I see your name is Sharita. So I start going with Sharita. And I told you guys can call me Kurt, short for Curtis, or either or. But, you know, instead of having to call me gang talk about the numbers all the time, like I said, I'm getting a little more open and free with sharing. I've never been a public person. I've always been very private. I never wanted to speak publicly. You know what I mean? I was never outspoken. That's why I'm not targeted because of stuff like that. Because I haven't said anything. You know what I mean? I was quiet to myself. I don't use Facebook. I barely use my IG, posting, sharing, and all that. I don't do none of that. So they forced me to just to be vocal and speak and have an open platform. Otherwise, I would just suffer and probably die in silence. Look what they're doing to me. They forced me to have to do this. Okay, request the truth. Your name is Robert. Okay, I'll remember that. Sharita, Robert, I got you. Let's see. Sonny Crockett says it was the big Dweedy who tried to line up Black Gambino, but something happened to him for not achieving his bot mission. He is getting his karma. His handler can't save him now. Here's another blue shirt for you guys. If you guys haven't seen enough yet. Another Blue Lodge member. All right. Let's see. Uh, what do you mean? Did he get punished by his handler? I don't know who you guys are talking about. I wish I knew. Who said the bid Dweebly? I don't know who that is. Black Gambino. I'm lost. Maybe I'm old. I don't know. Uh, let's see. Sonny says, even better, bro. He got punished by the Most High. He wanted to approach 50 for a job. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Thank you, Kurt, for showing us the beautiful view. Yeah. I tried to stay longer, but as soon as I got down there, the battery went down to like right now I'm at 5%. Like when you're live, it really drains the battery. So I wanted to stay longer, but I ain't had the juice. But I'm glad you guys got to see a little bit of the beach. We got a nice sweet couple, gang stalking couple getting ready to walk past. A nice sweet gang stalking couple walking past holding hands. All right. You guys are gonna see them in a second. They're in such love. I wonder if one of them will perk. Anyway, all right, let's see. You said okay, I talked about that. I agree with Sunny. They are definitely losers. When the red horse, okay, I read that. I read the glove, okay. Agenda 21, Agenda 2. Uh, okay, so he says, this is requested truth. Robert says, when enough key people resonate with the truth, it will begin to a chain reaction and things will start to improve. But there must be a critical threshold reach of key people who become awakened. Yeah, and I think that's the part that they do such a masterful job at keeping people asleep. They've been able to do such a masterful job with being able to uh, keep people confused and keep people like in their stuck in their programming. Everybody out here is operating off of programming. Okay, whether it's like whether it's jealousy programming, self esteem programming, sex kitten, MK Ultra programming, uh, racial programming. Everybody's operating off of all these different things. There are religious groups, or fraternal organizations, secret societies. All of those things they get stimulated and utilized against a TI. And that's why we're experiencing so much because they utilize the different programming that people are under. Until people do their own shadow work and work on themselves, they can be used as a T. They can be used as a perp on other people. If you don't fix yourself inside, you don't work on your jealousy, your envy, your tendencies to do deceitful things and or you feel the wound of non-recognition. You know what I mean? You're not recognized. You don't receive the recognition you deserve, and it's many different things that if you don't do the work, the spiritual work, the inner work, the shadow work, you're going to be able to be used as a perk against other people. And most of these people are here too dumb, dull, and dim-witted to even understand anything like that. They just want to watch the football game, drink their beer, slap around some big old booty, and wear the nicest clothing, and go viral online for sticking their thumb up their butt. That's all we got going on. So it's so hard to wake these people up. They're gone, especially the materialism. That's one of the biggest programming situations where the wound of needing things. The wound. I forgot what it was exactly. The wound of non-recognition and the wound of I forgot. I can't remember the name of it right now. Non-recognition and the wound of anyway. But basically, the materialism is also a big thing. Needing stuff, wanting the nice cars, wanting this, wanting that. Yeah, hit that like button for me if you haven't already. Hit the like button for me, guys. I appreciate it. I got about 20, these guys, these firefighters. I think, or are they firefighters or lifeguards? They have to run past me with 24 on the clock. All right, 24 on the clock. Wow, it was just 4:24. Look how fast the time goes. It was just 4:24. I remember the last hour ago, I was showing you somebody walking past. It was a couple girls or some women. They walked past me at 4:24. Literally an hour ago, that quick. Look how fast time goes. Wow. I remember 4:24 showing you guys somebody gang stalking, and here we are at 5:24, and then it felt like an hour. So I'm just sitting here all day. And remember, guys, I've been online since 12 p.m. trying to do deliveries, and I've been out here all day, haven't got one. So just keep that in mind. Matter of fact, let me flash my cash app again before I end this. I got about 30 more minutes for this live, guys. So we're gonna hang out for 30 more minutes, and I gotta work on some other things. I gotta get away from this beach, and try to find where the money is. I'll probably go to a different part of town for my night shift, because this place here, I guess there ain't no more money here, or they just don't want me to get none. I don't know which one it is, but the way this is so extreme with nothing coming at all. This is obviously seems like a targeting situation. This is extreme for nothing to come through at all. Let me flash that again. So if anybody wants to, okay, guys, we got 27 on the clock. All right, where she is. Yeah, I saw the clock change, but at 5:25, that's another way to do 27. Okay. All right, so there she is, right there. Game's talking in front of me. Is that mind control, or is she doing that purposely? I don't know. Anyway, let me flash this one more time. If anybody wants to show some love, also follow the IG channel right there. Gang stalking by the numbers. There's the Cash App. I'm gonna probably put a link of it. People like links. I'm probably gonna put the link up. But there it is right there, guys. Look at this video. This is how they want us to be as TIs. Look at this. Look at this, guys. These people are on heroin. They're stuck. They're on fentanyl and heroin. This is what they want for TIs. This is what they want for me. Instead of being out here trying, right? This is what they want. All right, I just probably killed my monetization with that song. God damn it! I probably have to edit that out. I probably get a copyright. I forgot, but you guys see what's going on with them right there. They're frozen. They're stuck. I'll show it again. I'll turn the volume down. Yeah, that right there is gonna probably knock my monetization out from this video. I gotta edit that out. It was quick though. Show you guys that one more time. I'm really suffering and struggling. I'm not just trying to beg because I'm a bum and I'm lazy. I put about 100 applications in the past 2 weeks. I got an interview tomorrow. I've been out here all day with the apps on. It's all I got. Blue shorts, guys, blue shorts. But all I got left is the apps right now. I'm transitioning. I'm in a new state, as you can see. I'm transitioning, and all my bills are late. Everything's behind. Nothing is paid. I can't pay anything. They're stripping me of everything. All the work I put in over the past few years. They're doing everything they can do to destroy it, to put me back in ground zero, because they always want to drag you back and make you try to build up again until you're old and gray and you're dead. You'll just keep on trying to work your way back over and over and over again. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I use Dr. Till's aluminum-free deodorant. It lasts long as well. Okay, that's a good one. This deodorant that I just showed you is Arm& Hammer aluminum-free. You gotta probably. And when I was in like Georgia, in Atlanta, it worked a little bit better. This Florida heat, this humidity is different. You know what I mean? I mean, it's all like day. You gotta have this air. Even when the sun goes down, the humidity sticks around a lot. Sometimes you still gotta keep the air blowing. You see my battery just the windowing down. This shit was full yesterday, guys. It was full, and I didn't even work. I did one delivery, so all of it has been air conditioning. Matter of fact, I got to turn it on now. It's all just been air conditioning, air conditioning, air conditioning, air conditioning. Not much driving, making any money. Just wasting money. Big bills due tomorrow. Big bills. Big bills. All right. Let me see, guys. We got about 30 more minutes, guys. We got 30 more minutes, and I got to end this one. I've been talking for a long time. It has been nice talking to you guys and getting some of this, getting some of these things out. I still haven't told you guys my crash out story. I'm going to tell you now after these comments. All right. I see some here. I'm going to finish them off. Okay. It says, Mark Davis says, "Excuse me, can't find help. The Bible says, just like the days of Noah, what was in Noah's day, Nephilim, fallen angel tech." Yeah, I heard a lot about that. And it all seems like the same type of vibe is going on right now. I hope, I really, 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 really hope something happens and knocks all this fucking technology out the box. Knock it out of the water, make it so they can't use it, and everybody got to start over again. And all this technology doesn't matter. Then it comes down to your real manhood. You know what I'm saying? Your perseverance, your strength, your survival tactics. I really hope something happens. And all these punk ass, soft hand, moist palmed, sneaky, cowardly men get thrust out to the streets. You know what I mean? I remember the scene from the show called The Wire, when the guy, his name was Omar. on The Wire for that show from Baltimore called The Wire. He was out in the streets. The guys, the drug kingpins who were his ops, they had did something real bad to him. They killed one of his people or something and burned his house down or shot at his grandma, his mother, something they did to him. He was just pissed. He was out in the streets. And he was going around robbing all of their drug spots and burning the money up. Right? He wasn't even robbing them to steal it. He was taking to burn the money up to pour them out to the streets. He wanted them to come out and fight because they were hiding. They had money. They had the upper hand. They were hiding, but they couldn't. They ain't gonna survive out in the streets around, in his environment, right? I mean, he was burning all the money up and was trying to pour them out to the streets to face him like a man. He was like, "I'm gonna come out here to the streets to face me." You know what I mean? Come out here. Oh my God, I hope something happens where these cowards, these soft, moist palm cowards, these steak eaters, got to get out here and deal with men again and deal with the men. And they don't have this advantage no more of all this technology, all this military, whatever. Man, I hope they get out here and have to deal with the men one day. It's going to happen. They're not going to be able to get away with this. They're not going to be able to hide up in these towers, in these high rises too much longer. There's a feverish pitch going on out here in the streets. And I don't know if they're going to be able to keep hiding like they are forever. They're doing everything they can right now. They're throwing a lot of immigrants out of here. They're doing everything they can. Here's a couple African Americans or whatever, maybe African Americans, but whatever. This is Miami, so who knows? But hopefully they get pulled out to the streets, man. Only time will tell. Hang in there, tough guys, because eventually these little sweet, spoiled, manicured toes, manicured. There's another blue shirt. These little sweet manicured hands and manicured toes and heated toilets and tubs and you know what I mean? Nice, comfortable, smart refrigerator in the kitchen, kicking back with their luxury 1,000-ply sheets and duck goose comforters and duvets and shit. Sooner or later, guys, these son of bitches are gonna have to come out here and deal with the men. They ain't gonna be able to hide for long. Not gonna be able to hide for long. I see things happening. I will tell you guys this: I'm not anti-government. I'm not a terrorist. I just want this gang stalking stuff to come to an end. And these spoiled, selfish, self-righteous, self-entitled son of bitches that are doing this needs to be laid out to bear. Okay. But I will tell you guys this: with the stuff that's going on right now, like right now I'm out here all day, can't make no bread. I want you guys to go study what happened in the French Revolution. The French Revolution, it reminds me of what we got going on right now in America. And I think that they're doing a lot of stuff they're doing right now to kind of make it easier for when this revolution does start. Not saying that I'm not saying that I'm out here getting ready to start no revolution and I'm about to go ballistic. I'm just giving you guys history lessons, okay? Study the French Revolution and what happened there. And you tell me if it doesn't look like things might be going that way here. That's all I'll say. I'm getting tired, guys. That sun drained me. Sitting here all day not making any money. It's humiliating and it's draining me. Hopefully somebody bless this Cash App, man, with a little something. They ain't gonna probably change the world for me, but it'll at least be some kind of something for all this time that I'm just sitting around. All right, Rev 13. The whole world will worship the beast except those whose name is in the book of life. I hear you. I'll try to send you something tomorrow. If you can send something tomorrow, that'd be great. I appreciate it. Send me something tomorrow. Send as much as you can. Whatever you can. Tomorrow's a big day, an important day, a big bill tomorrow. The most important bill is tomorrow. So bless me if you can. If you can bless me, if you can't, pray for me and send me a positive thought. You know what I mean? Because starting tomorrow, it's gonna be a mother effort. If I can cover that bill, everything else is cool. So like I said, if I can get 250 up tomorrow before 5 p.m., that'd be amazing. Okay? That'd be amazing. All right, let me finish off some of these comments, guys. We got about 25 more minutes to go here, okay? Y'all hanging out with me. It's cool. Hit the like button. I'm just chilling out. I might even be able to show you guys. I'll probably show you, before I end this live at about 6, I'll walk down to the beach. I walk to the beach and the live. I end it by the water. I'll even take my shoes off and put on some sand, my flops or whatever, so I can put my feet in the water, and then I'll walk back to the car and go work. Hopefully, find some work tonight. I'm gonna go to a different town. It's a lot of little rich towns out here. I'm gonna go to one that I had some decent success in a few days ago. That's where I crashed out at, though. That's why I ain't really been going out there like that. Because I had to crash out. When you crash out somewhere, if it doesn't go too far, but the police had to get involved. I'll tell you about it in a sec. Let me read the rest of these comments. But I had to crash out. And then they'll do some shit. They'll make you crash out. And then all of a sudden they'll try to start acting okay, like you're the overreacting son of a bitch. Yeah, I know the gaslighting they do. Anyway, it says, okay, wow, I remember when I used to attract certain individuals, but I never attracted Masons towards me. I guess some people just attract the best of the best. Laugh out loud. I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, but it's the thing about me personally, man. I spend time in these places like this, though. Like I'm out here. In Florida, where you got Miami, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando. These are major cities. You know what I mean? These are major cities, especially Miami and Fort Lauderdale. But Tampa, Jacksonville. These are cities that have a lot going on. Metropolitan cities, a lot of Masonic stuff, a lot of well-off people, a lot of government people. And I spent time in Atlanta. Atlanta has the CDC. They had a shooting. Since I left Atlanta. They've been having shootings and all kinds of crazy shit going on. And I only been gone for about 2.5 weeks. Somebody walked into the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, and shot and killed an officer. He was 33 years old. Okay, some guy walked into the CDC. Okay, that's where and shot. My stepmother worked there. She just retired. I just bumped into her when I went up north to visit my family. My stepmother from Atlanta, she was up. She was up there too. She just retired from the CDC. She's a government employee, lifelong government employee. My father, her husband, he's military. My mom, military. My whole family, military, Marines, and government workers, lifelong, 30 years plus, government employees. I was born on the military base called Fort Bragg, where they focus on where they are specialized in psychological operations. And I was born to two parents that met there, conceived me there, and I was born there. You do the math, okay? I grew up in the Washington D.C. area, down the street from NASA and the NSA. I used to have to drive past the NSA every day, National Security Administration. They got their own exit off the highway, and if you turn down that joint by mistake, you in a lot of trouble. I was doing deliveries up there 5 years ago. They sent me on a delivery. They kept trying to send me to the NSA for deliveries. I went through the little cone. They got a cone that blocks it off, that exit. I went through that motherfucker. They was all over me. They checked my whole car. I went through my whole car, all my phones, all my devices, and everything. And they kicked me in my butt, kicked me in the butt, and told me get out of here and never come back. The perps did that. That was 5 years ago when I went home trying to seek help from family when I was new to gang stalking. And I was up there doing deliveries. That was like my first year doing this stuff. And I was working up there. They kept trying to send me to military installations and the NSA and everything like that. But that's where I'm from. And you see why I don't spend time there. Because you know how bad the gang stalking got to be with all those government contractors and the Pentagon, the White House, Capitol Hill. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm good here. Give me a skateboarder with a blue shirt on or something. I'm good here. I know what's what, where I come from. Okay. All right. Let's see. New normals. We've never seen before. We're living in those times right now. We're living in those times right now. It says Mark Davis says because it's happening worldwide. It's a clue, no doubt. Everything's happening worldwide. It's a Masonic. It's all Masonic to me. These Masons around the world is making all these decisions and making these changes and doing these things. It's all of them. That's how they connect around the world through Masonry. I think these secret societies. And they sit in these rooms and they make all these decisions, and then you just start seeing all this stuff happening. Like right now, like we can't make money on the apps anymore. They used to be able to do this. Somebody made a decision that said this. People like me, TIs and shit, are not gonna be able to do this no more. It's a loophole that we had to make money, even though they still harassed us and made it hard. But we at least could take care of ourselves. You know what I mean? Not anymore. At least not me. I've been on all day, guys. Have you heard anything ringing? No. All right. Request the Truth says there is a better plan than submitting to the bot system. Break it down, Robert. Break it down. Okay. Mark Davis says the gang stalking in every system, media, social media, law enforcement, military, finance, business. You got it. You got it. And I don't think people understand that. That's why I kind of chuckle when people say, "Oh, just ignore it." Nah, I don't care about gang stalking. I beat gang stalking. I've come so far. That's how I got to where I am today. No, 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 no. I appreciate the optimism and the positive way of thinking about it, but just to be honest with you, in a reality tip, that is not how this works. All right, he's putting on a show because we got 64 on the clock. 6 times 4, 6 times 4 is 24. 24 hour surveillance. So here he is. He's coming. Got his little bag. He's right in front of me. 6 times 4 is 24. Same with this goofy looking guy coming down with his shirt on at the beach. He showed up at the gang stalking time, and now he's got to walk out at the gang stalking time. They're all showing up. The satellite frequencies is that what's moving these people to do this? They do it with the animals. Is it moving them in the same way? All right, I won't put my camera on like I'm watching them dress or whatever. But here's my blue shirt. There's another blue shirter. Do they only wear blue here? Just give me a goddamn blue shirt, goddammit. Just give me a blue shirt. I'll put it on. Will that allow me to walk down? Look how he's over there walking. Nobody's bothering him. He's just chilling out. Who knows what he's doing? Who knows what he just did? Was getting ready to go do? Who cares, right? It's all about me. Just give me a blue shirt. There's the police. All right. We got 42 on the clock. All right. 24-hour surveillance. Here's all the men who are initiated, I guess, or controlled by it. I guess the police got tired of that car being parked right there. I guess they broke down. I don't know what they're doing, but the police got behind them and they're not bothering me. Another blue shirt, young guy. All right. And police down there. They don't bother you too much down here. I tell you, they don't bother you too much. I would say, oh, okay, let me tell you guys a couple stories real quick. All right, real quick. All right, so one story I tell you. Okay, the area that I'm gonna probably work tonight, right? I crashed out a little bit down there, right? Now let me tell you what happened though that the next morning. So that's another night where I was having a bad night. I just fell asleep in the car, right where I was, waiting for deliveries. I just fell asleep, stressed out, and not making no money. I had to damn near fight and all that other shit out there. I got to fight to get my orders now. I'm gonna tell you about it in a second. Nigga pulled me and everything. I'm gonna tell you about it. So anyway, so I wake up, right? So I'm in my car. I sleep in the car. I find a nice little spot in the cut. All right. I pull up. Matter of fact, I did a live over there the other night. It's not up, but I was sitting in that area doing a live not too long ago. But anyway, I'm sitting there chilling out, right? I got my windows down, and I got my little netting in my window, so I can hear everything that's going on outside of my window. I'm parked into these bushes, and on the other side of the bushes, I guess I didn't know what it was because it was nighttime. I guess it's like a little restaurant or bar where people can sit outside, right? Now this is the only kind of stuff you see when you live in places like this, okay, guys? Listen to this story. Hit the like button. I got 3 stories I'm gonna tell you that I'm in this live. All right, we got 57 on the clock, so that's why this guy just pulled up and drove past me. 57 on the clock. All right, 5-7 right there. Okay, 57. That's the backwards 27. That's why they pulled up. Okay. All right. Anyway, so I'm chilling in my car, and I'm kind of waking up. Right, it's about 8 in the morning. I get up very early nowadays, 7, 8 in the morning every day now. That's part of why I'm so tired at night. I'm too old. I'm very old, 40. So anyway, I wake up. I hear 2 guys talking outside of my window. Right. So peep the scene. They look like they're probably about 60s. Both of them are probably in their 60s, right? One of them maybe late 50s, but I highly doubt it. 60s or 70s. 2 older white guys. Early in the morning, 8 in the morning, they're sitting outside and they're talking. And they're talking about multi-million-dollar real estate deals. Two guys, regular looking white guys, you wouldn't even know it. And they're sitting there. It's one guy, I guess he's an agent. The other guy has the money. All right, he's talking about a $10 million deal. He's talking about really real money right there. Early in the morning, and guess what? They're smoking a joint. Right, they got this little white rolled up joint. They're smoking a joint. They're talking about multi-million-dollar real estate deals, and they say my name 3 times. Okay, they made sure to say my name. They're right here, guys. They're right outside of my window. I mean, I'm right next to the bushes, and right on the other side of the bushes right there. It's kind of elevated up above me. They're just sitting right there talking. I got the picture. I'm going to put the picture up. I got a picture of the guys outside of my window. He's really gangster. He's like he's a little slow, too. Well, now he's just a kid, but he's really gang stalking heavy. I'm gonna show you why he's right here in front of me right now. Look at him. Look how close he is. He's the kind that gets hurt. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you about the guy that got hurt the other day. Getting too close, but it was a mistake, but he got hurt. I'm going to tell you that story next. He's the kind that's going to get hurt by doing stuff like that. It could be an accident. But let me tell you what happened, guys. So they're sitting outside of my window smoking a joint, talking about multi-million dollar real estate deals. I think they're Jewish. They sound like they're from New York, and they sound like they were Jewish. All right, that's what they sound like. They weren't from here. It's like two Jewish guys from New York, and they're talking about like multi-million dollar deals right outside of. Could have been fake. I don't know, because they said my name, right, and they kept on saying the number 27 over and over again, right. I swear to God, guys, I promise you, they saying my name 3 times in their conversation. So I just sat there listening. Say my name 3 times. He's trying to convince them to get into this deal, and all this money they're spending, millions and millions of dollars. And trust me, it's real. The neighborhood that I was in, that's where these people are. Matter of fact, the Trump Plaza. Anyway, the real rich people are there. Believe me. So they're sitting out my window. They say my name. That's the kind of scary stuff. These rich people like this. All right, we got 46 on the clock. 4 times 6 is 24. 24-hour surveillance. Okay, there you go. Nonstop. Anyway. This is the scary stuff when these kind of people got you in their crosshairs, okay? So these multi-millionaire dudes are talking about this money. Older white guys, they got a t-shirt on. They look like beach guys, like a little hat, something like this. You know what I mean? This beach dudes sitting outside smoking a joint, says my name multiple times, and kept saying the number 27 over and over again, and make sure they say it loud and emphasize so I'll know that's directed towards me. And so anyway, eventually they leave, right? So I'm still sitting there, doing my thing. I sit there for a little longer. I'm gonna end up going to the gym eventually in the area, and whatever. So not too long later, the police come over. They don't say anything to me. They kind of stay over in the cut, 24/7 on the clock. So they all walk out 24/7 on the clock, right there, 247. The 5 is the 2, 247. I'm under 24/7 surveillance, 24 hours a week, 24 hours a day. 7 days a week surveillance. That's why they're all walking past right now. Okay, these are young. Probably their parents probably have their grandparents and stuff. Probably got some nice, rich wealth going on out here. They're just down here visiting before they go back to school. They're probably young Masons. I forgot what they call the kids, Masons or whatever. They're probably all initiated, and they're gonna grow into it as they get older. So that's what that is right there. Okay. But anyway, so then the police come over. Just kind of sniffing around where I was. He was over there where they were. And it's kind of, he didn't even come right next to me. He was like, yeah, someone called about a suspicious call, but I see that you're just sitting there minding your business and you're not bothering anybody, so I'm not even going to waste my time bothering you. He knows there's probably just rich people just calling, harassing me. He knows, because the cops know who we are. We're on their list. So he knows why I'm sitting there. So he's just cool. We're not bothering you. We know you're just sitting there chilling out. Somebody called. I got to come. These are billionaires, so I got to do what they say. So I understand it. So anyway, that's one story. That's just kind of a unique thing. We got some hippies. He got a camera getting ready to set some stuff up here. But anyway, there was some hippies. So there was some rich millionaires sitting outside of my window talking about multi-million-dollar real estate deals, and they're saying my name, they're smoking weed, all that. So I just wanted to mention that's the kind of stuff you see in the kind of places that I get gang stalked in. It would be different if I was around a trailer park or a low income area and it's got winos and alcoholics coming around, kicking cans and shit, bending over in front of me. That's not so dangerous and scary. But when you got multi-millionaires got you in their crosshairs like this, saying your name, saying your triggers, you get what I'm saying? That's a little weird. It's a little weird. It's a little scary. I ain't gonna front. And then I'm in Atlanta, and they got T.I. and them playing with me out there. I'm doing Ubers in Atlanta, multi-millionaire, T.I. the rapper. His DJ gets in the back of my Uber. T.I. out there speeding past me in a cyber truck. They keep on pulling me back to the strip club, Magic City. Every time I go there, T.I.'s there. One of his guys get in my car at the club. He give me a big-ass stack of money as a tip. You know what I mean? A tip. T.I.P., tip, T.I. I'm a T.I. It was getting real weird out there, but I had to go anyway. It was time to go, though. But and they took my Mustang. So, okay, next story I tell you is this. I got 2 more I want to tell you guys. Then I'm gonna read the comments and I'm in this at 6. I thank y'all for hanging out with me. Okay, I wouldn't call those gang stalkers. They're not here to see. I'm not saying everybody is. See, that's not the time of my program that I know of. 10 or 25 or whatever. No gang stalking. So I won't call them gang stalkers. They're just 2 women walking past. Not everybody's gang stalking me, guys. I'm only talking about the people doing the time synchronizations. That's it. They're getting ready to shoot some kind of something going on right here. She got everything set up. Of course, they want to come over here where the energy's at. All right, but anyway, let me finish these stories. All right, here's another story, right? All right, so this one, I'll get to the most drastic one last. Now, this one's a mistake, though. Okay, it's a mistake. So I'm out here working the other night. They put me through hell, as usual, to get deliveries. So I take a really bad order. It's not that bad, but it's a short order. And then I didn't know. I looked closely. Once I got the order, I realized, oh, shit, it's a double order. So this person is no tip, and it's two people that I got to deliver to for this little bit of money. I didn't know it. But I said, all right, I can't cancel it because my ratings are getting bad. They're attacking me so bad. Let me just take it. So I'm already doing it with an attitude anyway. So then, so I get to this location. So they make sure that I can't find it, right? If you guys do deliveries, you know how it is. It's dark out. You got to go into an apartment complex and find the apartment. The GPS doesn't take you there. You got to run around and find it and all this stupid stuff in the dark. So I go find it. Every instance when I get there, I jump out my car. They got somebody walk right here next to me, next to my car, gang stalking me. I walk over to the steps. Somebody coming at the steps. Walk down the steps, gang stalking. I walk up the steps. They got somebody meet me right there. So I'm rushing around trying to get this shit done. So I'm coming down the steps real fast, right? You know, I got some big shoes on. I got my little my Adidas foam joints on, big shoes or whatever. Might have been these actually big ass New Balance. I don't know. But I kind of tripped down the steps at the end of the steps, right? It's a dude down there. This guy walking out his door right when I'm coming down the steps. He's gang stalking, of course, synchronizing. But it's a small little stairwell area, and he's too busy gang stalking me, and he's not really paying attention. And I'm trying to hurry up down the steps to get back to my car, and I stumble down the steps, and the whole 6'2", 230-pound man of myself pummeled this guy. I mean, I'm the size of an NFL linebacker. You know what I mean? Not as yoked up, not as jacked up, but the height and the weight and the size, you know what I mean? I probably hit the gym for about a month and I'll probably be in tip-top shape. It's just natural, you know? So I kind of stumbled down the last few steps and just kind of just completely demolished this guy into his door. And I'm just like, oh my God, I dropped all my stuff. I'm like, oh my God, man, you okay? Damn it, man. I'm so sorry, man. I'm just trying to, I was trying to get down the steps, man. He was in the way. He was trying to gang stalk, you know, meet me at the bottom, trying to synchronize. And I just kind of fell all into the guy, slammed him all into his door. He had like a beer in his hand. He had a towel on. He had a towel, no shirt, and some swimming trunks and some flops. He had a beer in his hand. And I guess his wife was meeting him. She was in the car, and they were going to like the pool of the apartment complex or something. But I felt I'm out there sweating, working, being gang stalked. He was coming out of his apartment with a beer in his towel and no shirt, feeling real good. Probably already had a couple beers, you know, got his wife right there. And I kind of fall down the steps. It was just a mistake, but I pummeled this dude. And I'm just kept asking him, you okay? You okay? He's like, oh. He's standing up against he dropped his beer. His beer fell on the ground and it popped and the beer started like shooting out. And he's leaning up against his door, holding his back, like, And I guess he don't even, you know, I'm like, you all right? I kept asking him, are you all right? He's still standing up, but he's like bent up on his door, his beer on the ground. His wife come walking over. Oh my God, what's wrong? I sensed he was okay. You know, like I fell on the steps. He was just right there in the way, and I fell on the steps. You know, but he never said he was okay. But I had to go. I got another delivery to do. Right, I had two to do. She's a gang stalker. She was drove past. We got 54 on the clock. Backwards 24. Now she is a gang stalker. Okay, they're setting up shop right here, guys. They're getting ready to do something for social media, unless he's a model getting ready to do a photo shoot. He might be a model, and she might be doing a shoot. Should be the other way around. Well, anyway, so that's that story. He got pummeled by being in the way. See, gang stalking can be dangerous sometimes, guys. When you got this big dude, 6'2", 230, coming down the steps at full speed, you know, angrily getting ripped off, angrily doing this job, making no money, being gaslit all day, harassed, and you got this big dude like a steaming train coming down the steps, and then now you get pummeled into the door, and you're in pain. You're probably gonna feel it like hell. And you could have just been in your house having a beer, enjoying your wife, but you were here gang stalking, getting in the way. Now an accident happened. I scuffed my shoe, falling onto the dude. He's hurt. I'm not hurt at all. I don't feel shit. I just jump in the car and go. I make sure he's okay. But all he can do is say, So I got to go. All right, so that happened. It wasn't on purpose, but I didn't get any more deliveries for the rest of that night. You see what I'm saying? See how they do us? He's in my way. I fall down the steps because I'm rushing for these pennies I'm making, and he get his ass just pummeled, right? And he's moaning in pain, but he's in my way, gang stalking. Now I don't get any more deliveries for the rest of that night. All right, that was it. The $8.50 I got for that, I think that was it for the rest of the night. $8.50. Yeah. So anyway, and I got one more story for you guys. Got one more story for you guys. So now this was where I kind of crashed out, right? So I'm doing deliveries. Of course, I'm doing. They're going to the beach. Anyway, so I'm doing deliveries. And so I go to. So what they started doing this particular day was they kept sending me around. With me, they never let me just go to a drive-through, pick one up, and go. I always got to make sure that if I'm going to do deliveries or I'm doing anything, they got to make sure that I got to get out the car and I got to walk into the businesses. I can't just go through a drive-through. I got to be humiliated. They got to put me on display. They want to see if I'm mad, if I'm sad, if I'm tired, am I dirty, am my clothes clean, did I shower, do I stink, how's my energy, am I feeling sad, am I broken? They want to see everything. They want to get a look at you. They got to put you on display. They want to dangle you around, right? Especially if you're like by the mall. Oh, they got a whole matching out. They getting ready to get it in. They got matching outfits and everything. All right. So anyway, lucky guy. I got my little cutie with him and stuff. You know, he must not be a TI. He must not be a TI. All right, let me turn this air off for a minute. I can't believe I blew through this whole tank. But anyway, so they're gaslighting me. So everywhere I'm going at this point, this day, not only they're making me get up and go and walk in, they got to bring me around a bunch of people where all the crowd and everybody's at, right? So this particular time, this day, they kept on making sure that I'll go and there'll be a bag. They did it last night to me too. The bag that I'm looking for will be right there. But nobody will get it. Everybody's walking past, doing everything else. Like, all right, we got 57, backwards 27 on the clock. Got a gang stalker right here. They got an older one right here. Okay? All these are gang stalkers. He jumped up there when 57 was on the clock too, but whatever. I put the window down. But anyway, guys, so then so I go pick up the order up. So they've been playing this game with me where they would have the order there, and if I decided to go grab it myself, like somebody will say, hey, whatever. Matter of fact, nobody ever even did that. Usually I would just grab it and they'll just let it go and I'll go. So I happened to go pick up this order from, I ain't gonna say the name of the restaurant, but I won't be going there no more. They're gonna tell me something, don't come back when I leave out. I'm not coming back anyway. Matter of fact, I banned you off of my delivery list anyway. So anyway, I go in to pick it up to my window because I don't want to have my whole story off of them. So I go pick a delivery up. And I'm standing there, right? I mean, it's it's one of these busy restaurants up at the mall. So they got me just standing there on display. I didn't even see the bag was like right there, kind of like in front of me.